TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
What's up, fam? This is Big Q from the Sports Coma. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all. The PRO Media Network is back at it again. Last year, we gave away several PS4s and games. So this year, we're raffling off a PS5. To enter for your chance to win, simply click the link below and fill out all the necessary information to be eligible. Sign up for the raffle. It's $25 to enter. You gain an opportunity to win a system, the PS5 system. Like I said, it's a one remote and everything in it that goes with the full system. These things are hard to come by. It could be yours. Into the raffle today, $25 get you in. There's also a deal when you buy more than one ticket to up your chances of winning. Jump in there. It benefits the platform as well. So feel free to sign up for the first annual PS5 raffle from the Pro Media Network. Thank you for participating and much love. Big ups to you. Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. We're in the building. Big ups to the family. Much love to the flock. I salute the flock. Sorry we're a little late, family. We just got off the Sports Coma, our Saints stream, and you had a few little technical difficulties, but we are live now. Thank you guys for being patient and being with us on this rendition. Friday night means Pelican post-game report. In the building with the family, and the chat will be lit like it was on the Coma, baby. I'm Big Q chiming in with the co-host DC in the place to be. DC, what's happening, brother?
Well, man.
In the place to be. That's how DC used to host the shows.
I did not. I did that one time, and you act like I came in every time with that, boy. You never get that.
You should. That's how you should have come in the show, like, you know. I'm DC in the place to be. Yeah.
No, that ain't how you be saying when we be in the production meeting. DC in the place to be. That's what you be saying. Don't be phony now.
DC in the place to be. Yeah, you sound like an old 90s DJ. That's right.
Like I'm about to start rapping like Busy Bee the Rocker or something. Like you be
I'm like Marley Marl or something.
DC in the place to be. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Come on, bro.
Stomp your hands.
You be showing your age with that one, man.
Nah, dog, you said that. Don't put that shit on me.
Man, I ain't say that like that. I ain't say it like how you was telling me.
I'm gonna pull it up one day and let them listen to it. You know,
DC in the place to be. Come on, man. Anyway,
big ups to the fam, man.
We can keep doing this. Here's what me and this dude will be doing. But man, Q, did you see the schedule? I know, boy, we was getting a flag last year. They tried to play us last year, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They made life real hard for the Pelicans. But they finally, things finally evened out, bro. I was looking at the schedule this year. We don't have a crazy amount of back-to-backs. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making us play the Lakers, then the Blazers twice, then Denver, then Utah. You know, they ain't really doing that to us too much. I'm looking at the schedule, man, especially the first 10 games. I saw the first 10 games of the schedule. I was like, man, what the hell going on? So we played the Kings twice. We played the Bulls. We play a bunch of teams that ain't been in the playoff for the first 10 games. I'm like, all right. Y'all trying to give us a nice little head start. I see them, bro. So, man, I'm liking what I saw so far is the schedule, man. What you thinking, brother?
Well, yeah, it's actually pretty intriguing as it kind of looks like the league trying to help the Pelicans get some
Wow.
respectability right there. So I mean, the league trying to help the Pelicans help them out, get a little strength there. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to take it from here, and I think we got the juice behind us this time around with Stan Van Gundy getting the hell out of here and selling that $2 million whatever he had there. He can get the hell up out of here. But I mean,
Yeah, that boy sure did. He sold his house, huh?
He was
I guess
trying
he
to
was
sell it. I
hoping
don't
he
know
could
if
be
sold it.
if he could have came on the coaching staff. We done filled all the vacancies now, so he went ahead and sold his house.
Yeah, ain't no way they're gonna have him around here. You know that. Anyway, this is one of the stories we're gonna cover on today's
I mean,
stream.
they
We're
paying
gonna
him
talk about that.
cute. You don't think he could play just a
No,
not in the
DC.
building role?
No, absolutely not.
He on the payroll. You can't
No,
use him for nothing.
nothing. Not even
Man,
a
the man
janitor.
could go get some Gatorade or something, bro. He on
No,
the payroll.
you can't put Stan Van Gundy around any concessions. Anyway, let's get to this article right here to be the first one.
Is that true, BQ?
Pelicans hold 76ers in October 20 season open. 15 national televised dates are on the schedule. Zion, B.I., and the crew, man, about to tear it down, baby. This one coming from NOLA.com. Mr. Rod Walker, the Willie Green era for the Pelicans will begin against the team that drafted them. The Pelicans will open their season against the 76ers on October the 20th in the Smoothie King Center. The Pelican schedule includes 15 nationally televised games on either ESPN, 6 of them TNT 4, or NBA TV 5. That number is down from last season when the Pelicans played in 19 nationally televised games in the first half of the season alone. Those were among the revelations Friday afternoon when the NBA announced its full schedule for the 21-22 season. Now, last season, the NBA condensed its regular season to just 72 games from the normal 82 game slate after C-19 hit, delaying the start of the season to December. This season, the schedule returns to 82 games, beginning with the green light making his debut with Green, green light. I like that. With Green making his debut against the 76ers, who drafted him in the second round in 2003. Green played in Philly for 7 seasons, then finished his career with stints with the Hornets, the Hawks, Clippers, and the Magic. After the season opener, the Pelicans will begin a 3-game road trip with 1 game against former Pelicans guard Lonzo Ball and the Chicago Bulls and a pair of games against the Timberwolves. The longest homestand is a 6-game stretch from February the 8th to the 17th when the Pelicans host Houston, Miami, San Antonio, Memphis, Toronto, and Dallas right before the All-Star break. The schedule also includes 13 back-to-back games. The Pelicans finished 31-41 last season and failed to make the playoffs under first-year coach SVG, who was fired in June and replaced by the green light Willie Green. It was the 3rd straight season the team missed the postseason. All right, so there it is. The Pelican schedule, man. It's in the building. I'm gonna show you the entire schedule as well. But DC, I think this time around, man, it's some positive stuff going on with the schedule. I'm gonna get the rest of it on screen for the family members to kind of talk about, man. But it actually not bad at all, man.
Well, there is a horrible part of the schedule, man. They got
Well,
like 5 games that coincide with the Saints, bro. I was very depressed when I saw that. They got
a lot of work.
You gotta choose. You gotta choose between the Saints or the Pelicans. But it's only like 3, I think, or 4 of them where it laps over. They both starting at 7:00 and stuff. I'm like, man, there ain't no way in hell somebody who really got our city back made this schedule, because you could have easily made them play earlier or something, bro. I ain't like that. Or if the season started in December. I liked how it started last year. I mean, we could have kept that going. I thought that they were going to do that. That would have been a smart thing to do, but they didn't. But 15 regular season televised games, I'm cool with that. I ain't got to hit a horrible assessment of a team that they clearly don't watch. Whoa, what's up, Jaleel? Appreciate that $5 super chat, bro.
Thank
When
you, bro.
y'all gonna supply me with that dope intro beat, fam? We
DC
gonna
gonna
get
rap over it first, and then we're gonna.
we gonna get something popping for you, bro. We gonna get something. We gonna have something before the start of the season. How about that? We're
DC
gonna go
gonna
with
rap
that.
on it or sing on it, whatever his soul, his Rastafarian soul gives us. But listen, it's gonna be fun. He's a musician though, for real. DC, tell the people that you make music.
Now I'm a musician.
Oh, you don't
I'm,
make
I'm a
beats?
Rastafarian and
I,
musician,
I'm
according
back.
to you.
I'm saying, do you make beats?
Yeah, I
Yes or no?
do. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
so see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yes,
It's
I do.
all see what I'm saying? It's all about
But
no, I'm not.
you big questionable, bro. I don't know what's about to come out your mouth sometimes, bro. I
I
don't
am
know.
unpredictable. You are right on
You
that.
are big questionable.
But let's get into the schedule right here, DC. We went over some of it in thank you once again, brother Jalil, for your super chat, my friend. Let's get into it, man. On this one, DC, as you can see, Pelicans, man, 2021-22 schedule opens up, man. And you see it starts off 10-20-21 Philly. And then, of course, on the road, Chicago, Minnesota again. They come home from the 27th to the 30th against Atlanta, Sacramento, and the Knickerbockers. Then on the 2nd of November, it's a 4-game road trip. Phoenix, Sacramento, Golden State, Dallas. Back home for about 3 games against OKC, Brooklyn, and Memphis. Then, of course, we hit the road again on the 15th of November to the 17th against Washington and Miami. Come back for the 19th for a homestand against the Clippers. Then back on the road the next day against the Pacers. Then back home on the 22nd and 24th against Minnesota and Washington. Then back on the road on the 26th of November to the 29th. We have two back-to-back, well, not two back-to-back contests against the Jazz, and then we have one against the Clippers. Then come home on the 1st of December against Dallas, then go to Dallas on the 3rd of December. And then, of course, we have Houston on the road as well, back home for Denver and Detroit. Then on the road again from the 12th and 15th for the Spurs and OKC.
This is probably
Milwaukee's
the
home.
toughest stretch right here, man.
Yeah,
The
I know
whole
I'm looking
schedule.
right there, and that's what I'm looking at. Of course, you see the Milwaukee, the defending champions. We got them on the 17th of December, and of course that's home. Then we go to Philly on the away game. 2 days later, come back home a couple days later against Portland. Then two back-to-back, two road games against Orlando and OKC. We come home on the 28th for Cleveland. Then we open up next year, the 2020, go to 2022, the first of the year against Milwaukee in Milwaukee. And then we come on from the 3rd to the 6th with matchups against Utah, Phoenix, and Golden State. Then the 9th of January, we go to Toronto and then come home for Minnesota and the Clippers. Middle of the month, we had Brooklyn, Boston, and New York. That's a nice little road trip. Come home on the 24th of January, Indiana, Denver, and Boston. And then on the last day of the month of January, we start a 4-game road trip: Cleveland, Detroit, Denver, and Houston. And then, of course, we come home on the 8th of February against Houston. Then we have Miami, San Antonio, Toronto, Memphis, and Dallas. Very interesting homestand. Then we hit the road on the 25th of February for Phoenix. Then the 27th is the Lakers and LeBron. We come home for 2 against Sacramento and Utah. On the road again for Denver and Memphis. And then we got a homestand, 4 games from the 9th of March all the way to the 15th against Orlando, Charlotte, Houston, and Phoenix, a tough Phoenix club. And then the 18th of March to the 21st on the road against Spurs, Hawks, and Hornets. Back home on the 24th to the 27th, Chi-Town, Spurs, and LeBron's Lakers. And then, of course, on the last, not the last, but the 30th of March, we then travel to Portland, and then we have 4 games on the road from the 30th to the 5th. The 5th of the next month, Portland, Lakers, Clippers, Sacramento on that West Coast trip. And then we come home with Portland visiting us for 1 game. And then we go to Memphis for 1 game. And then home, we finish the last game of the season with the Golden State Warriors at the Smoothie King Center. Altogether, 15 nationally televised games on the calendar, as you know. So this is the entire Pelicans 21-22
For
to end the
82
regular season.
games.
So that's the full schedule right there, covered by yours truly. So DC, once again, very interesting schedule to say the least. And man, listen, some tough stretches in there, but I think we got the green light, brother. We got the
Yeah,
green light.
man. It's they got it's gonna be tough stretches in any schedule. Let's be real. But I don't see anything where I feel like they just was, you know, I guess doing the Pels a disadvantage or trying to make it unbelievably hard. You got that one stretch where you got back to backs against Utah and then back to backs against Denver, and I forget who else was there. But other than that, I mean, it all looks pretty normal and pretty balanced. You know, we got a good mix of beatable teams as well as playing some of the top tier talent. So I think it's a nice mix, man. It's a pretty normal NBA schedule. I feel a lot of times like being in New Orleans, we look at stuff from a different lens because how they do us sports wise, man, they be trying to do us dirty a lot of times. And I think maybe Adam Silver ain't trying to put his foot on our neck as far as the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? So I like the schedule I see. I think it puts us back in the projections where we pretty much had the Pels being what I said they probably went anywhere from 45 to 50 games. I kind of see them in that realm. Fifth, sixth seed, seventh, possibly on the low end. And after looking at the schedule, that just more of confirms what I've already said before the schedule has already been played out. But I know I ain't the only one feel like that. A lot of our flockers, I see y'all up in there. Somebody said the sixth seed. You heard me sell it. Saints Pelicans Nation say we're gonna be a sixth seed. Somebody up in there said we're gonna win 65 games. Well, Greg CTC said we're gonna win 65 games. God damn, Greg. I hope you're right though. I wouldn't be mad at being wrong. You know, energy saver. He said we're gonna win 44. King Bucket said 40 to 45. B. Thomas said we're gonna win fifth seed. You know what I'm saying? So we all on the same page for the most part, and I think you guys are right, man. That's kind of where we at, and that's a fair assessment. I don't think we're overhyping it or undershooting them. I think they're gonna be right around that 45 to 50 range. The Pels are gonna be a pretty good team this year, and only time will tell. We could keep hyping them up and talking here. We know what we saw in the summer league. We know what we saw last year. So when you put those two things together, with just the energy and the feel of a new coach, I mean, that's always exciting. I would think, especially if it's somebody the guys are really up to playing for. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming with some real creative, new ideas, and for the sake of God, allowing the players to give some input on how they want to play and what they feel like they do best. And I think Willie Green gonna do all those things.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I think 45 to 48 games is where I'm standing with the Pelicans, man. I think Willie Green's good enough to help them get through some of the games that Stan Van Gundy lost the team.
Right.
We blew all those leads. I don't think we lose that kind of way with Willie Green. That he's going to be right up on it. Plus, there's a little pressure there for the Pelicans to finish out these contests. So I agree with you. I would say anywhere between 45 to 48 contests. All right, brother Jalil, thank you, fam. He says,
Well, thank
question:
you again, brother.
What's our record with our current roster? If we trade Hart and Sato for Buddy, what would be our record then? Better or worse? And I
Hmm.
say 45 or 48. And you trade Satoransky and Hart for Buddy Hill, which gives you more shooting. You know, man, that's looking like something fierce right there. I would have to say plus, then more plus on a plus than minus, brother Jalil. I would have to say that much. Adding Buddy Hill, one of the league's elite shooters to your team, and then you still have NAW and you still have Graham there knocking.
Right.
You know that with a wide open spacey system like we're gonna run, man. That's only a major benefit. So I would say more of a plus than a minus on that, brother Jalil. Once again, thank you for your super chat. Go ahead, DC.
I would say Buddy Hill would give us approximately like 5 extra games. So if I'm putting us in that, I say 45, 50 range, uh, we'll shoot for, I guess, 54 wins probably with Buddy. Maybe touch 55, put him in the 50 to 55 range with Buddy. I think he adds just a few of those games that get away from you because you just were outmatched. Um, We love y'all. Because we're
Love,
coming from a place of love
love.
with the doctrine of love. And we're going to love our way to 55 wins if we
That's
get
right.
Buddy Hill, you know?
That's right.
I can't do Willie Green, y'all. I ain't even try. Q nailed that last week. But yeah, I say 50 to 55 range with Buddy Hill, 40 to 45 to 50 range without him. So 5 wins, Jaleel.
Yeah, that's something. That's a part of it. So yeah, I have to agree. And Brother Jalil said, "Remember, we're in the Western Conference." Yeah, this is true. We are in the Western Conference. You're looking at the Clippers, the Lakers.
Yeah,
You're looking at Golden State trying to do what they
the
can do to
West
get
not the
back in there.
same, bro.
Yeah,
People,
Phoenix is going to
Phoenix is
have
coming
upset.
up, but Portland, I see Portland possibly collapsing at some point, man. They got a lot of controversy going on over there, and we don't know if Dame Lillard is going to stick around. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers are not going to be the same. Dangerous in the playoffs, yeah, but far as the whole season, I don't think the Clippers are going to be just knocking your socks off and scaring you like that. I'm sure they're going to get into the playoffs. So, Denver, similar situation with them. Jamal Murray is going to be a while for him coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's still the West, but it's not like how we thinking far as what we remember the West. You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma City, they still doing their thing. They did. You know what I'm saying? Houston Rockets are gone. They out of it. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota could be a team that could be sneaky good. You finally have all those guys playing together with the maturation of Ant. But I mean, man, look at us though. You know what I'm saying? We got BI, we got Zion. Y'all see what Trey doing. NAW is gonna take a step up. You got Devonte Graham now. You got Jonas Valanciunas. You know what I'm saying? Jackson Hayes has not gotten worse. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna be pretty angry with the stuff he went through. He's probably gonna play a lot better. We're a really good team, and I think we can compete with a lot of these guys that maybe subconsciously in the back of our minds we thinking we're not as good as or maybe are better than us. I don't think you're gonna see the same thing like before. I don't think we're gonna get beat over the head with a high pick and roll all game and we keep doing the same stuff. I think those days are over. And the Pelicans are obviously gonna lose some games, but I don't think they're gonna keep losing them the same way. And that's a big step.
All right, big ups to Brother B. Thomas, man. Thank you for your super chat,
Thank you,
fam.
brother.
Said at least playoff bound with all these great human beings we have.
To
Thank
the
you, Brother
moon
B.
with all these
Thomas.
great human beings. We got to go to
Much
outer
love.
space with these great
Mu-
human beings.
Much love, Brother Thomas. Appreciate you. As well as Brother Jalil. Thank y'all, man. King Quadus and the
I
rest of the
appreciate
family.
y'all, bro.
All right, VP James in the building as well. Big ups to the rest of the family members. King Buckets as well. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all. And let's move on, fam, to the next article we got up here. Pelicans make it official. They signed Josh Hart to a 3-year contract extension. Of course, the news was broken about the deal ultimately getting done, but now it's official that the Pelicans make it happen. So
Official.
it's
Like a
official.
referee without a whistle. Thank you, Kai the Great. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Hulk smash that like button. Appreciate that, bro.
All right. And this is a Josh Hart averages 9.2 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and almost 29 minutes of action last season, primarily off the bench. The everything man does it all for you. And of course, it's by AP. New Orleans Pelicans have signed restricted free agent Josh Hart to a 3-year deal with extension up to $38 million, with $12 million of it guaranteed. The club announced the signing on Thursday without providing the terms, but a person familiar with the situation provided the length and value of the contract to the AP. The person spoke on the condition of anonymity because the terms had not been announced. New Orleans acquired Hart from the Lakers as a part of a 3-team trade in 2019 that sent star forwards Anthony Davis to Los Angeles and sent Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and multiple draft picks to the Pelicans. Ball, who was also a restricted free agent this offseason, was dealt to Chicago in the August 2nd signing trade that sent Garrett Temple and Tomas Satoransky to New Orleans. The 6'5", 215-pound Hart has played primarily shooting guard and small forward. Last season, he averaged 9.2 points, 8 rebounds, 2.3 on assists in 47 games before a hand injury sidelined him for the final 25 games of the schedule. Hart routinely received playing time late in close games, regularly contributing timely three-pointers, fast break layups, and rebounds. Hart was 30th overall pick in the 27 draft out of Villanova He's played in 242 games with 65 starts and 4 pro seasons, averaging just under 9 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.6 on the assists in 26 minutes. Now, the Pelicans also, little information also besides announcing that, Pelicans also signed guard Jose Alvarado and forward Dalton Holmes to Hams to two-way contracts. The 6'4", 6 foot. I'm adding size to the damn man. 6 foot Alvarado was named Athletic Coast Conference Defensive Player of the Year and second team All ACC after averaging 15.2 points, 4 assists, and almost 3 steals with the Yellow Jackets last season. The 6'8" Hams, however, played professionally in Italy last season, averaging 16.4 points and 4.6 rebounds with just under 2 assists in 28 games, while shooting almost 47% overall from the field and almost 43% from three-point range. He's also an 86.3% free throw shooter. So a lot of people say Holmes is garbage, but he played well in Italy.
Played well that last game. He did that. What you just showed right there. That's exactly how he played that last game, bro.
So I mean, that's a little bit on. Let's comment on that, DC. The official release of the contract by mentioning Josh Hart's 3-year deal here, fam. Pelicans locking them up on the deal, and like it says, it's a 3-year deal, up to $38 million, guaranteed only 12 of it. So you get him, and you also get Alvarado, and you get your favorite Dalton Holmes to come along with the family members on the two-way thing. So how you feel about that? You love it. Okay, I got you.
We got Hart, man.
We got Hart.
I mean? We got Hart. I put out on my Twitter, it was a pleasure having you and all that. I thought Josh Hart was for sure up out of here. But with this contract, I think he could still be traded, but more than likely he's probably going to start the season with us. Appreciate you, bro, for that 99 cent. Energy saver.
Thank you, bro.
But more than likely he gonna start the season with us, and I think that'll be a good thing. I think it'll be, even if he doesn't start the season with us, just the fact that he's on his team, he's gonna go through training camp. Guys are gonna be jockeying for position, trying to find out who's in the rotation. I don't think that does anything but help you to have a guy like Josh Hart around to push them guys, man. Because if he there, he getting minutes. I like all our young guys, but Josh Hart will get minutes. He's going to figure out a way to make you put him on that court, man. That's just what he does, bro. The dude does all the little things. His shot isn't as bad as we think or as it's been shown throughout his tenure here. I think he's a better three-point shooter than we've actually experienced with him with the Pelicans. I mean, Josh Hart came in the league, I think, shooting 38, maybe close to 40% three-pointers over there with the Lakers. They really didn't want to get rid of him. So if Josh Hart can do everything he does, all the little things, bring that toughness, that energy, and he raises up that three-point shot, you got to think, like, do you really want to get rid of him? We talking about Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is a good player, but there's a lot of things that Josh Hart can do that Buddy Hield can't. You know what I'm saying? So he still has his value. And I think with a team like us that's going to be extremely versatile and flexible, I think Willie Green will find a way to be able to use the brother. And as well as Jose, glad we got him, man. That dude, he tripped me out summer league watching him, bro. It's like every game he found a way to like just lull somebody to sleep and come behind him and get a steal. It was funny as hell. I'm like, man, y'all don't see this dude creeping up? Oh, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go over with the G League, and I think he would be an excellent guy if somebody got hurt. Like, let's say if Kyra isn't in the G League with him, Saturansky got hurt or Graham, he would be a nice guy to have on our bench to fill in. I think he can give us quality minutes, even as a rookie, being able to bring that energy, effort, and tenacity on the defensive end. And I think his offensive game needs a little work, but I don't think he's that raw or as bad. So glad we got him. Holmes, to me, I gotta still look into him, man. Let him grow on me, see what he's doing. I pretty much said he was trash, you know what I'm saying, after watching him for 3 games. And he came in that last game of the summer game. Actually, it was 4 games. He came in the last game of the summer league and did his thing, bro. He's pretty much, I think he was the leading scorer of the game. He had like 17 points. He started hitting from behind the arc. None of them shots was falling the other 4 games. But he looked all right, man. He had guys throwing them alley-oops. They was doing their little and one thing at one point during the third or fourth quarter. He was dunking and doing all type of stuff. I wasn't overly impressed, but I was like, all right, maybe this guy got a little more to him. So be excited to see what he can do with our G League team down there in Birmingham, man. And I'm glad we got Hart back, bro. But it tripped me out when I saw the contract though. $38 million in the second year. We can cut him loose. Or the other team can cut him loose. Or they can bring him back. So if we trade him, he's on the hook for another year with that team, regardless of how he feels about it. But the third year, he can opt out. So or we can, I think, get rid of him the third year. So it's pretty much a team friendly deal. It ain't even we was like 38 million. Okay, that's cool, but really it's 12 million. So the deal is actually even better than what we originally thought. Some people thought we overpaid, but man, they figured out a way to crunch the cap numbers and there's like some Saints type stuff right there, right, Q? It reminds me of like a Saints type deal, bro.
Yeah, I think Jim VP James says it best, man. The deal was made so it could be tradable, and we
Right.
thinking that's definitely a part of it, man.
Right.
Deep in the season before the trade deadline, the Pelicans have some contracts that you could put together to move to get another piece to add to what we're doing. So if we were looking for the big piece in free agency, we weren't able to get it in free agency. They tried, they really did, offering players more money. I mean, up to $10 to $20 million north of that, more than what they were getting on other deals, and they just simply chose to go the opposite way. But this is the thing. The Pelicans have to start winning. This is the bottom line. And they're seen as dysfunctional. We are seen as quite dysfunctional. You don't have 3 coaches in 3 years, and that is literally the antithesis of what dysfunction is. ESPN can't flock with us. That's why Trey always dropping out when there's much love, Trey. All right, he said Loomis made the deal.
You might be right, bro. That is very Mickey Loomis-ish.
All right.
What you say, Devonte, for me is Dalton Hamas. We were gonna call that boy Hummus. Dalton Hamas. It looked like Holmes to me. I'm rolling with Holmes.
Game said the Pelicans accept Hart's second year unless he becomes a 3-point sniper. I'll be disappointed if Hart isn't traded with his contract. I'm expecting to trade.
Why would you be disappointed if he wasn't traded? I'm expecting him to get traded, but why would we be disappointed if he didn't get traded? I mean, Josh Hart is a player that contributes to winning, in my opinion, regardless of what his 3-point percentage is. He makes winning plays.
Yeah, he and one of the family members just said, Q, Hart was a part of the problem last year.
Really?
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. I mean, which
one of our family members said that?
Brother Garrett. Brother Garrett said Big Q Hart was a big part of the problem last year. Maybe he means because he was injured. Maybe that was one of the reasons.
Can you clarify your meaning behind that, brother? Just give us a little synopsis of what you're getting at as far as him being a problem. Because I didn't see Hart as much of a problem other than the JJ Redick connection. When they did JJ Redick dirty, I'm pretty sure that rubbed him the wrong way. So I don't know what he said or what he did after that happened.
Let's move into the next article while the family members move on. Much love to the flock, man. Big ups to the flock. Before we go into the final article, let me give a big shout out to all the family members in here. B-Mac, what's up, fam? B-Mac in the building. KK, baby, who go Pels. Kenneth Barnes, Melanin Guard 504, Slim South 504, Saints Pelicans Nation. J Carr, what's up, fam? Roy Jenkins, tell me about it, 504. Mara Javion, big ups, fam. Integri Slayer, much love. B Thomas, classic second line. King Qantas, Tyler, what's up, fam? Elites in the building as well. King Buckets, Kai the Great 84, classic second line. Brother Jalil, State of the Pelicans. Who else we got chiming in? Brother Tramal, big ups to you. All right, who else we got chiming? Rudy, what's up, Rudy? Big ups, man. Dre as well. What's up, Dre? Big ups, John Wilson.
Rudy back up in there.
To you. That's right. We've been asking about Rudy, man. Hope Rudy. All right, we ain't see him in a while. VB Saints and Pels lady, what's up, baby? Much love to the Queens. Stephanie, what's up, baby? Darwin, what's happening, fam? Much love to you. Go Pels. Todd, as well. Miller Boy, big ups to you. All right, 504 Doc as well. Go Pels to all of the family members. Much love to all of you guys as well. I'm gonna make sure I get everybody. What's up, Christian? All right, Games
What
as
up?
well.
What up?
Garrett Carpenter, VP James is in the building as well. My dog Teal's in the building. Chester's in the building as well. Go Pels to all of the family members as well. So big ups to everybody. Adrian, much love to the Queen. Much love to the Queens. Roy, what's up, Roy? Big ups to your fam. Greg, CTC, Trey, as well. All the family members. If I missed your name, fam, or if you didn't hear your name, give me a Go Pels, and I got you, baby. I got you. I got you. All right, DC, let's go. What's up, Josh? Josh Town is. What's up, Josh? Big ups to you. Gulf Coast Squadron. What's up, fam? Much love. Flying high. That's right, fam. Much love to you. Appreciate you being here as well. Much love to the family members, Brother Tide as well, and the rest of the family members as well. Slim said, I think Drew Holiday trade was garbage. Boy got a ring and a gold medal. Yeah, he had a hell of a year. What a year for Drew Holiday, man. I got to give it to him. But, DC, let's get into this article right here talking about Devonte Graham's contract looks like a steal. And if you go over the contract.
Bank robbery.
Yeah, it's pretty. And this is covered by Kellen Strauss of the Pelican Debrief. The more the contracts get signed around the NBA, the more it looks like the New Orleans Pelicans got a steal in Devonte Graham. The Pelicans currently have 0 bad contracts. Could you imagine, man? Remember what we used to look like with Solomon Hill? Oh, I don't even want to think about it. One of the only NBA teams that can make such a claim, which is a good thing when you try building a sustainable, that word again, around Zion Williamson.
Sustainable and organic, huh?
The Pels not only have the cap space to pull off a big move before next season's trade deadline, but they are not hampered by any long-term deals to mar their clean cap sheet. The Pelicans are hoping that Graham can replace Ball's production, and if he does, he will be a steal, especially when compared to some of the other contracts being signed around the league. Now, the Pelicans' Terry Rozier contract makes Devonte Graham's look like a great bargain. Yesterday, it was announced that the Hornets signed guard Terry Scary Rozier to a 4-year, $97 million extension to keep him with the team through 2025 to 26. This was somewhat surprising in that the Hornets were reportedly shopping Rozier last season. But what's more surprising was how much he got. Rozier is a very good player with average 20.4 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 4.2 on the assist for the for the Hornets last season. But is he that much better than Graham? Now, Graham averaged almost 15 points a game, 5.4 on the assist, 2.3 on the rebounds for the same Hornets, and just signed a deal for 4 years at 47.3. They both shot over 8 3-pointers per game last season and hit around 38% of them. When you factor in Lonzo's contract, which is 4 years and up to $85 million, and Duncan Robinson's, which is 5 years, $90 million, Graham is starting to look like one of the best value contracts in the league. I think it's fair to say that both Rozier and Ball are better players than Graham, but are they twice as good? Would you rather have Rozier or Graham and Josh Hart? Graham has to be looking at these deals and wondering, why not me? And hopefully he'll come into the season with a big chip on his shoulder, ready to prove he's just as good as some of the guys who got the mega deals. So intriguing contract, Rozier. That's astronomical digits for these guys, DC. Let's get into that. A good steal. And then we knew when he signed the contract, when we broadcast it, remember all this broke when we were on live on air and we was going over the particulars of the deal. We was like, yep, this is a pretty good contract.
Yeah.
And then the fact that the Pelicans, you look at the rest of the contracts on the team, well done, Pelicans. That old Doc Ock is using them arms in the right way, keeping his ass stuck in the office and letting other people work around him. DC, let's talk about this.
Great contract, man. I mean, but then you got to look in Terry Rozier being a vet and I guess years played and all of that goes into your max. What his numbers have been. He was making a certain amount of money last year, probably even more than Devonte Graham is making now. He was making last year. So there's a lot of reasons he got that 97 mil. But I feel they're very, I guess, comparable players. But it's all in what you're looking at and who they playing alongside. Terry Rozier, to me, has a better defensive presence than Devonte Graham. I think he balled, man. He get buckets, and I think it just came down to the simple fact that he was a better fit with LaMelo in their mind than Devonte Graham, because I mean they had him there for a year playing with Melo, and I don't really think he'd get his game going with Melo. I don't really think it was the fact that he couldn't play with Melo. I just looked at just looking at him, they was pulling him in and out of the lineup. He'd be a starter, then he'd go to the bench. It's just like a lot of things was all over the place with his role. And I'm wondering if that's why he saw a decline in the way he played, because last year, Devonte Graham played lights out. So whatever they asked of him this year, maybe they switched his role up a little bit and he wasn't able to come through with the same type of high-level performance that he did last year. And that contributed to them kind of not keeping him. From the whispers around, they were saying that they wanted to keep him, though. So I don't know if they just wasn't willing to pay that much money, the money that we gave him, which would be crazy. They weren't willing to give him 4 years, $47 million, but you give Terry Rozier 95. Or maybe they planned on giving Terry Rozier 95 the whole time, and that's why they wasn't willing to give him the full 47. Maybe they was trying to give him a 3 for 30 or something. Who knows? But what the hell was that? That's some jerseys was? That was different. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool for Halloween, though, man. That would be some tight Halloween jerseys. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. That looks scary right there, huh, Q?
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Scare the hell out of some people.
Mardi
Boy,
Gras,
I love that. I like
booty,
that.
A jersey concept. It's pretty fire.
I like that. But yeah, man, Devonte Graham, bro, in this contract, the more we look at it, like we might have made out really well. And a lot of people that was, I guess, down in this move gonna be looking back at it and saying, man, this was the best move that could have been made the whole offseason. Only time will tell. But I do want to point out something before you go ahead and get your sentiments. Our man put some comments in there about Josh Hart. He said the spacing, if you watch the games, they clogged the middle and rotated out too hard last. So I guess he's talking about Josh Hart. I mean, I feel like those rotations weren't all on Josh Hart. Greg Carpenter, bro. That's the guy. I don't think all those rotations was on Hart, in my opinion. I think the fact that he was out there and they had no other three-point shooters. JJ Redick didn't exactly do his job last year. And NAW was very inconsistent due to, I guess, his confusion with the role. So I feel you, bro. But Melanin God, I see you too. You asked me if I'm concerned about Hart saying he wanted a new environment. And I was, but I got to wonder if a lot of that new environment talk had to do with the fact that Stan Van Gundy was here. So he could have easily negotiated with him to let him go somewhere else. Maybe he didn't have many options, and he does want to go somewhere else. That's why they signed a contract they signed, and they will be moving him. Yep. But either way, if Josh Hart wants to play here, I don't have a problem with him being here. And those comments, I can understand because JJ Redick was real close with him. He was staying with him. And you see how JJ Redick talking about us. He came out a couple of weeks talking about something about the 12 Pelicans fans. I remember that much. And then he went this week and was talking about David Griffin possibly being the reason for the tampering violations found out by the league, as if David Griffin went snitched. So JJ Redick over there running with that. He clearly still don't like us, while at the same time with the other side of his tongue saying he's over it. So I think he got snaked after trying to snake David Griffin himself, and David Griffin beat him to it. So that's what that's starting to look like. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Josh Hart is cool with JJ Redick, and maybe that statement had to do with that and the combination of Stan Van Gundy and the way they was using him in his role. With Willie Green here this year, maybe, that ain't a thing no more. Maybe he sees what Willie's doing and he's willing to buy in.
Yeah, and then to JJ Redick, man, he can't beat David Griffin. Only understand he only have 2 arms. And Doc Ock got 4 or 6 of them some bitches.
Man, he Doc Ock, bro, but he's like a transformer or something too, bro, because he turns into like a little snake and he start talking with that forked tongue, or a lizard, or whatever you want to call him, Q.
Yeah, he's a bureaucrat, no doubt about it. He's every bit of that, man. He's make excuses and talks in generalities, never in specifics, so you can nail him down. So I mean, he a slick politician, no doubt about it. That's why we be hammering his ass over here. We don't like slick politicians. But anyway,
What
Devonte
you
from
don't
there says,
understand, Big Q, is every move that I make is justified in its organic, natural nature to shine bright on the city so we can grow as a family and grow into a sustainable winner to have long term success. Sometimes you can be in a bright spot, but it can get too hot until you adapt and acquire the skin needed for the shade of the spotlight. And in turn, you will be victorious.
"Oh, I'm sorry, Doc Ock, what you were saying? You put me to sleep around here." But big ups to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in the chat as well, man. One little bit of news before we open up the chat for the family members. We're gonna pin that in the top of into the chat. One more thing to cover, of course, this deal with the Pelicans, man. They keep reaching back to Alabama, man. Crimson Tide connection. Pelicans, man.
Hey, hold up. We can't breeze past this. Remember I talked about us getting our pipeline school?
We talked
I think,
about
I
yeah,
think we got it, Q. I think it's going to be Alabama.
Yep, how about that? So there it is. The Pelicans, this report about the Pelican report coming from the John Petty will be in camp with the Pelicans G League affiliate, the Squadron, per Nate Oates. He's known as a high volume shooter that attempted over 5 triples per game every season as a 4-year starter. After going to Kentucky heavy and Duke heavy for so many years, it seems like the Pelicans are loading up on Crimson Tide alumni. KLJ, Herb Jones, and John Petty all played together at Alabama during the 2018, 2019, and 2019-20 campaigns. Interested to see whether this is an exhibit 10 deal, as the Pelicans have room to carry 2 more players into training camp. So there you go. John Petty, another Alabama guy, that's going to be on our G League affiliate. So good to see that, as well as we are developing that. And listen, them Alabama players are gritty defensive guys. You see what Herb Jones do. This guy was watching highlights and film on Pettit, and he is every bit of passionate. And these are some really good, solid players. So, got to think for a second that old Avery Johnson, who's a good friend around the organization, could be definitely involved and saying, you need to go and look at these Alabama guys. But yeah, we're going to be doing some stuff, man, this year as well. DC, quick thoughts on them before we get into the open up the Pel chat.
Man, I'm for it, man. I think when you do something like that and you build a certain type of confidence in the guys that are already there, they're used to playing with him. If we do send Kyra to the G League, I don't think he can do anything but help having 3 guys that already played together learn on this new level. I think it would accelerate their ability to be able to grow into the so-called potential they have and probably make their way onto the roster, at least a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. I think it's a good way to try and see what you got. And the mentality of these guys, obviously, because you're going to have so many of them. You know how they learn. You know what they learned. You know how they're taught. So you'll have a way of knowing how to, I guess, coach them up. You know what I'm saying? It makes things a little simpler. And it's not so many, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, so many complications in learning what you have or what they're made up of as far as their mentality. So you get a type of player that you're comfortable with, like similar to what the Saints do. They have a certain way of thinking or a way of, I guess, their attitude or mentality that they have guys be. And if you don't fit that mentality, no matter how talented you are, you might not be able to be a Saint. So the Pels might be looking to adapt that same philosophy. And I think it's smart because you have to be thinking the same way or be on the same page mentally to be a part of a team that's a winner, because everybody got to be for the team. You got to know your place, know your role, and certain personalities don't always fit that. Not saying everybody who goes to Alabama going to have the same damn personality, but if you got 2 guys or a bunch of Alabama guys that's in the locker room, they know what the team does, how they do stuff, and this day alumni, man, they already talking to that dude and telling them stuff before he even played the game, and having them 10 steps ahead because they constantly been communicating with him. So you guys are brought up to speed. And I always thought about that, like with the Saints, like we get younger players and it's like they learn the playbook fast. Yeah, because they probably was, soon as they got drafted, they talking to the guys who been there. They giving them the playbooks and talking to them, telling them what they're going to need to do, giving them shortcuts, how to cheat on their homework and the whole nine. So I think it's a good move, man. And I like to see what Petty can do. Josh Primo actually is a little better than I thought too for the Spurs, because I was wondering why they took him 13th. Still think they took him too high, but he actually is pretty good too. So a lot of guys coming out of Alabama, man, looking like they worth it. Jermichael Green just got that big contract with Denver too. It's another Alabama guy.
Yeah, it's interesting. And of course, our G League affiliate is operating out of Birmingham. So, I mean, that is right there, dead smack in the middle of it. So that might be a part of the recruiting process as well. Having that G League team close within around the region is a real smart move, cost-effective move by that old Southern Belle. So with that being said, man, we're going to open up the stream. If you want to get on the Pel chat and get in and join the flock, big ups to the flock, feel free to hit upon the link. It's located at the top of the chat. Hit that damn link. You can pop up on here. I want to know you guys what you think about how you feel about the team's movements thus far and other things in Pelican related. So we got Brother Jalil, we got DJ from the state of the Pelicans, and VP James. We're going to bring into the panel. So welcome aboard, family. Thank y'all for being with us. Much love to all you guys. Brother Jalil, VP James,
What's
and
up,
DJ.
Flockers?
What's up, fam?
What's
How
up,
y'all doing?
Flockers?
What's going on, DC and Big Q?
What's going on, DJ?
DJ?
How
What's
y'all
up,
doing?
brother? What's up, VP
All right,
James?
Yeah, what's up with y'all great human beings? How y'all doing today?
What's good,
What's up,
Jalil,
brother
man?
Jalil? What's happening, bro?
We good, man.
You can start it off, brother Jalil. We start with you, then DJ, then then VP James.
All right, well, y'all already know my feeling, bro. I love the moves, even though it was playing, Z. You know what I'm saying? It was like last ditch effort, but I just love the moves. Devonte Graham, like he ain't no, major upgrade. Like he is a major upgrade, but he's not really like that top tier player that we tried to get.
B
But the
level.
fit here would just be excellent, along with Zion and Bi, because all he do is run to the flow. Well, not all he does, but for the majority of the time, he light him up from three, and he ain't afraid to shoot it. Lonzo, he missed two. He's like, I ain't gonna shoot no more. So with Devonte, he gonna let it fly. I still don't quite get the Josh Hart move, you know what I'm saying, per se, even though I know he's going to get traded at some point because his contract is trade fodder. It's just still kind of baffling just a little bit, but I'm interested to see if we do let him go, who it's going to be for. I still think it's Buddy, to be completely honest with you. There's just way too many rumors out here and all that for us not to get Buddy. So that's what I think is going to happen. But overall, I can't lie, man. The rookies got me excited. Kyra still left a little something to be desired, but I'm excited about him too. No, that's gonna be my guy. I got a jersey on the way from him. Hayes coming, Valanciunas. I mean, it's just gonna be a real interesting season, and I can't wait for it to start up so we can get this cracking, see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Jalil, I appreciate that excitement, bro, because I feel the same way, bro. I think, man, listen, man, I'm loving the moves too. Doc Ock and the team, they're doing the right stuff, man. They under pressure, man. They facing those rifles, man, and they moving and shaking their ass off to make sure that they don't get knocked off. Boy, they tap dancing and everything to avoid them bullets. So but we're gonna bring. Go ahead, DJ. We're gonna bring you in next, and then we got Brother James, and then each one teach one. Speaking of rifles and snipers, each one teach one will join the stream. But go ahead, DJ, and then we got brother James, and then each one.
First of all, good happy Friday to y'all.
Same to you, brother.
Yeah,
Appreciate that,
I'm
DJ.
agreeing with Jalil. I like the moves. Like he said, I don't really get the Josh Hart signing because Najee Marshall, that's my guy. it's gonna. What about the preseason? Y'all didn't talk about the preseason. What do y'all think about the preseason?
Well, did they list the preseason games, Q?
Not
Yes,
that I
they did.
know. I'm gonna see. Let me see. Let me check it
Yeah.
out.
Okay,
I
I'll
all
pull
think
it
right,
up.
they.
DJ.
They
We
did.
we
They
didn't
did. They did about a week or so ago. They had released the
I think
schedule.
didn't we cover that?
we
Did we
covered
put that
we
on
did we
there?
cover preseason games?
Did we put that up there?
Yeah, I
What?
think we did last week. We
It
did
was
cover
like
the
4 games.
preseason.
Oh,
Wasn't it
okay.
like 4 games or
Four
some
We
shit?
games
covered
and
it
only
last week,
four
DJ.
Yeah, we
games and only
covered.
one of them in New Orleans.
Yeah, we covered that last week. I remember we put the graphic on the screen. We
That
were
go
doing
that
all
go to show you how we feel about the preseason, DJ.
Well,
I
but
mean, the preseason. It's entertaining for us as fans. Let you know the regular season right around the corner, but they're nothing more but glorified exhibitions or like practice games. Or I don't think it's as exciting to me as we deal with like the Saints in the NFL because nobody might not about to get fired based on the preseason. And if I'm correct, in basketball, the rotations are pretty much already set. Even in preseason, like they don't. I'm sure they use it to gain something or to help them plan out some things, but usually what you see in preseason is what you're gonna see game one of the regular season, as far as their rotations and everything.
uh, this question goes out to DC, bro. What happened to your guy, Didi Lazada, bro? Because that goal. Wait, what game was that? Was that the Golden State game or the game afterward? That man couldn't hit nothing.
Yeah, he had some bad games, but what I looked at with Didi though, offensively, you're right, DJ, but he was out there D'ing up, man. It wasn't just him; it was Najee Marshall, Herb Jones, Didi Lazada, even Kyra, man, Trey Murphy. Like them dudes were, man, they were playing impressive defense. Didi couldn't get his shot to fall. I believe it might have been the last game. I think he got some things going, and he looked a lot better. He had another game in there where he looked all right, but he ain't did nothing for me to be giving him some comeuppance, as Q would say, man. I was looking for a reason to to chip for, but he wasn't giving me much. But I still ain't gave up on Didi. I think he's probably going to be a guy that we send to the G League and kind of prepare him for maybe if somebody goes down and maybe next year we still got Josh Hart here, and if we keep him and we don't trade Buddy Hill, Josh Hart gonna get DD minutes. Let's be honest, because we know Najee Marshall is gonna find a way out there. You know, Trey Murphy is gonna be out there. Josh Hart is out there. You got to play Saturansky if we don't trade him. You got Jackson Hayes. Where's the minutes for Didi? You might not be able to squeeze many minutes in for Kyra.
So
So
what do we do with Garrett Temple? Because we still got him.
I
I
think
think
Garrett Temple is more of a that your vet, man. Soon as somebody gets hurt, no matter where at in the rotation, you're gonna work in Garrett Temple. That's just kind of how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I see it, DJ. He's a guy you're paying him all that money, like Etwan Moore once we evolved and stopped starting him at at small forward.
Hey,
You know,
hey, hey!
we were
Don't
paying him $8 million to be ready whenever we need you. Just stay ready, and
He
that's
Udonis Haslam. That's
right.
who he is.
Well, yeah, I think he got a little more functionality
Yeah.
to him as far as being able to play though. This dude ain't no chump. He could get out there and give you some minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He
I
not
think
sad.
I think he
He a
gonna end
player
up.
coach.
I think he gonna end up getting more minutes than Kyra starting off the season.
You think so?
Yeah, because based off what I saw with Kyra, and I'm not killing him too much, but I don't think you want to really trust him with your second team unit starting off the bat. And then, like, I think with the amount of
Well,
scoring that you will have, because I don't think Graham gonna start. Like, I think what may end up happening is that you. I'm sorry. I mean, let me let go DJ go, and I go after DJ. My bad. I
Go
interrupt.
ahead. Go ahead. I like the
Oh,
way how that transpired.
okay,
I was done. Go ahead.
okay, my bad. I think what they could do is everybody keep talking about Brandon Ingram playing it too. I think with the amount of wings that we have now, this allows you to start a lineup where you have Giannis. I said Giannis. JV. I'm just gonna say JV. Zion,
Jonas Valanciunas.
Trey or Najee at the 3, and then you put Bi at the 2, and then you have the Kill Alexander Walker. He'll be the one on paper, but I don't think he will actually be like your true. I don't think they're gonna run a system where you're going to have a true point guard. I think they're gonna try to because if you think about it, if you had that lineup, you're going to have 3 to 4 dudes that can bring the ball up, right? So with that being said, I think that's where you can be okay with having Nall as your starting one. Because think about, you have a 6'6" point guard technically, you have a 6'7" 2 guard, 6'9" 3 guard, then you have Zion at 6'7", then I think Jonas is what 6'11", 7 foot or something like that. So you have a very long starting lineup, and if you don't put Trey in there, then you'll put Najee, who is 6'8". So you have a very long starting lineup, and then coming off your bench as the point guard, you could have Graham as your starting one coming off. Whoever left over between Najee and Trey that don't start, and then you could put in Saturansky in between there somewhere. That way, and then cause Jackson Head coming at the 5. So I don't think Kyra. I think he gonna see time. I think he gonna see minutes, but I don't think he gonna be your first. He not gonna be on the first group of people coming off the bench. Not starting no. Like I think they gonna wait to see, give him a couple minutes here and there and see how he do because compared to Najee, who was an undrafted player, they both got pretty much. I would say, what you think? Kyra probably got more minutes than Najee did last year overall, and then you go into this, summer league, and Najee looked like a completely different. Like he just looked like he didn't belong there. Like Najee looked like okay, we seen 2 games of him. It's time to sit him. He don't need to be here. Kyra still look like he need more time.
I don't know, man. With the Kyra thing, I don't know if we was watching the same G League games. I know he had a horrible game against the Warriors, but what I saw with Kyra is I wouldn't say it's confidence. Maybe it's a little bit of that. Kyra was like, he was making sure everybody else got them. I thought he was playing more of a true point guard's game, and I think he was kind of being told to do that. He was trying to get people in their sets. You know what I'm saying? And when he had to score, he would score. He was looking to score last. I didn't think he looked that bad. Defensively, I thought he looked a lot better than what he looked before. And I like what you're saying. Like, far as that lineup, I don't think that's a bad lineup. But I think the Pelicans are going to be a team that they're going to be like Voltron, man. We're going to be able to switch our lineup based on teams that we're playing. I think that was a major thing that they were thinking about when building this roster, because you remember a lot of games last season we got killed like that. We had to have the same lineup, and we looking at it and like, man, this ain't no good matchup. But this is what we got and what we stuck with, and this what Van Gundy gonna do. Eric Bledsoe gonna be out there. You knew that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. So I think Kyra, we've been a little hard on him, but this is the other caveat though. Are we trading Saturansky? Because there's no way you can tell me that Kyra is better than Saturansky right now. He's just not. As far as a all around player, point guard, just the whole nine. But Kyra, I thought he showed strides in the G League as far as being a point guard that I didn't see last year.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that, but like that goes to my point of like, if you look at the lineup so far, everybody talking about Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart now you could probably put him as the backup 2 guard coming in. Instead of putting him at the 3 and the 4 like everybody else been doing like the last couple of years, you put him at a true position that he is, which is a 2 guard, and then you have him on the same lineup with Devonte Graham. But again, if you look at the team so far, where is Kyra coming in? Like, who is he coming in over currently right now? And I don't see that.
Might not be.
It
might be. It could be a G League situation for as long as we got Saturansky. Saturansky. And I can tell you right now, bro, it sound good what you're saying about Devonte Graham coming off the $47 million. Say he started, bro.
I don't think that's. I mean,
you want to have
Derrick Rose making more than him, and he not starting. He not gonna start for New York.
But Derrick Rose is older. Derrick Rose only can play so many minutes. If Derrick Rose could play more minutes, Derrick Rose would be starting. We know Derrick Rose is coming off the bench because of his restrictions as far as his injury. But with Devonte Graham, man, Devonte Graham is proven and what he could do for us his 3-point shooting. I'm all about Trey Murphy starting that small forward because I like him and I think he can pull that off. But you got to think about this from the perspective of the coaches and the organization. Trey Murphy ain't proved nothing yet. Devonte Graham improved with the lights on in some of your most crucial moments that he could play at a high level. Your lineup, I think, could be a thing. If Devonte gonna close the game out, then you might have something else. But I think starting out the season, man, or in most of our games, I think Devonte Graham gonna start because he stretches the floor that much, and that's what you want to have out there with Zion. Trey Murphy possibly can stretch the floor in that way. We saw what he did in summer league, but it's never been done with the big lights on. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think they just gonna give him a starting position based on that. But if you is right though, James, because you ain't talking nonsense. If you right, Trey Murphy gonna be and showed them a lot in training camp, man. And if they started Trey Murphy, he gonna be on the level of probably them guys that were drafted top 5. You know, if they start him.
But that's why I also said like because I just put him out there, but it could be Najee.
Najee ain't gonna start over Devonte Graham. Come on, man. Well, I like Najee, but come on, bro.
I get what you're saying. Like, no, wrong. I'm not poo-poo. Like, if Devonte Graham start, like, I believe, like, if you just like, if you want to default it, then yeah, you put Devonte Graham out there at the 1. I'm just saying the situation depending on like if you're trying to be very switchable, starting off your team, then you think about the defensive lineup that you may have in the sense that you have a 6'6", like, because think about who we gonna end up facing starting off, especially like unless Ben Simmons is traded before we start before we start the season, like who is really guarding that team? That's a pretty big team. So if with that being said, like, do you mind having to kill Alexander Walker on there? Because your defense is a lot better set that way with Now and Najee or Trey Murphy, whoever may be starting on there compared to if you had the default lineup of having Devontae Murray. And I don't think it hurts either way. I just think that you don't lose as much offensively, but you gain a whole lot more defensively if you had that lineup.
I agree, but I think if somebody's gonna take a step back, I don't like it that much because I want to see this dude strive. But I think if anybody was gonna have to sacrifice first, it would be No, because he's an up and coming. We see him developing. We're gonna give him a bigger role, but he hasn't proven what Devonte has proven already. So like, I think it would be the person if you are gonna start Najee for a game, or if you're gonna start Trey Murphy. I think he would be competing against just in my opinion. I could be wrong based on what they do in training camp, but the skill set that Devonte Graham got, it just perfectly complements Zion. So I'm looking at him as almost a guy you want to have out there with Zion. Like the whole Lonzo Ball thing, that could be their thing. Like they come in and out as a pair. You know what I'm saying? Like Trey Murphy could possibly be that guy, but based on what we've seen Devonte Graham do, we know that's gonna work, and you could throw Trey Murphy in that mix. I think it'd be a beautiful thing. But the person to me that would take that step back would be NAW, and I think he's actually a way better defender than people give him credit for. Way better, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have to see how it plays out because he's a score first guy, and we gonna run point Zion, and I see what you're saying about having him be a 1 and not a traditional 1. I don't see them running point Zion all game. I just don't. I see them finding a way to, like utilize Zion, but also help him conserve his energy without us overdoing it. And then late in the game, we do the point Zion thing. Maybe close out the game, similar to how you saying with pretty much no point guards out there. Or maybe Graham is out there too. I don't know, bro. But interesting take. But I think if anybody out your lineup, it would be the person who would take the L, fall out.
All right, fam. We got some more family members chiming in the conversation as well. G joins the stream. Each one teach one. What's going
What's
on,
happening,
brother
baby?
G? Thank you for joining us, bro. We got each one, teach one who's just ahead of you. How you doing, each one, bro? How you feeling today, bro?
How you doing, Big Q, baby? How
Doing good,
everybody
my brother.
feeling?
Good to
Teach
hear
one.
from you,
What's
bro.
happening, brother?
Good to hear
Man,
from
I'm
you, bro.
cooling. I'm cooling on this Good Friday. First of all, James, I would like to say you need to put that crack pipe down. If you talk about some Najee Marshall starting and all this here, Najee Marshall is not starting on his team, and Devonte Graham will be the starter. Now, what you can do is you can
All
end
right.
games where you could have Naw, BI at the 2, Trey Murphy at the 3, Zion at the 4. And what y'all, I don't think y'all all know is that there's another move coming. From what I'm hearing, it's probably gonna be marketing. They saying that because of the investigation is still going on, that's why they really can't do nothing. And the Pels can offer him the most. And from what they saying, that's what he won't take. So it was all about the picks and not the Bulls. You know, they seeing that they can't get a first round pick for him. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to fleece us. So now we give up them 2 second round picks to get him. I think he's gonna be that stretch four behind Zion. So, you know, in a lot of games, I think because Val don't cloak he played about 23 minutes a game. And I think what they're gonna probably wind up doing, because Willie with that front lineup, having, you know, playing good defense, they're gonna bring marketing in to probably close where you can run point Zion and have him spread the flow, and you got shooters all around him, and everybody can put the ball on the floor. Everybody. So I think that's gonna be your first team. I think your second team right now, and everybody is trying to figure. I don't understand like how people are looking at Kyra. Kyra, he played pretty decent when I looked at him last year. Talking about just not having any real summer league and none of that. And I think this gonna help him. Just like DC said, he was really just trying to get everybody set up. And so let's just say, for the sake of argument, he goes to the G League with Didi, Herb, and that's it. Okay, well, most likely from what I'm hearing, it is going to be Saturansky as your backup point guard. And from they're probably going to have either Najee at the 2 and then Trey Murphy at the 3, and then you'll have probably marketing at the 4 with Jackson Hayes. And that's a strong, you know, second unit. You know what I mean? And what people don't understand about that second unit is they got a whole lot of familiarity to it, because if you get Saturansky and you get marketing, he's played with Saturansky and Temple. So, you know, that's a pretty, you know, familiar, you know, second unit. So I think that's gonna be, you know, the way they run it if they can finish facilitating the deal. And I think David Griffin want to prove a point that he can pull in another big agent, because he you know, the whole off season and them saying he, you know, kind of blew it. If he do get marketing, and let's just say for the sake of argument, marketing comes in and gives you 20 and 6 off the bench, most improver, at least 6 man. I mean, that's pretty nice for him. You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. I think Josh Hart probably he may be trade bait. I think they're
Think he
gonna use.
leaves in the marketing move? That the salaries might match.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I think if that's a possibility, but I'm not sure. I think they're gonna wind up probably maybe holding him for a year. But that's a good possibility though. They probably do use him in that to send over there, because they said Dallas wanted another player. I mean, not Dallas, the Bulls, they wanted Maxi Kleber. And how we know the Pelicans is in on this deal with marketing is because marketing turned down the Dallas deal. He didn't sign it yet. That's the holdup in all that. It was even before the Maxi Kleber situation. He could have signed with them and he could have just facilitated the deal, but it never happened, because he felt like what they can offer him right now at the max is 44 million. But right now they got about 33 to give him. They would have to add another trade to that to get him. I mean, to get him at that price. The Pelicans can offer him 68 million, which he's seeking around that $15 million to 12 million, range. So
You talk about smoking crack. Pelicans ain't finna get that man no $68 million.
no, James, listen, wait before you say that. Listen, bro, it's the trade exemption. That's not
They
going
not
against the cap.
they also not going to give that trade of $17 million trade extension to get
Okay,
Laurie Marketing who injury prone. Come on, they're never going to
James,
do that.
listen. Even if you give him that, you still got more money to play with in the cap. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They still got way more money.
But the only way that works is that if you use the trade exception, they're not going to get it up for a dude that they could get for the qualifying offer.
You think the trade exception is the only way that's their last?
That's the reason why you accepted a trade exception instead of a player, so you can go over the cap. Like that's the whole reason why you made that trade happen. That's why you extended the trade.
When that happened, a lot of people didn't realize with David Griffin, they were saying like I'm pretty sure he looked at the numbers because that's who he is. He's a wizard on them, crunching numbers. But from what they was trying to make it like, with the trade exemption, he's going to get marketing in that trade. But what you not understanding is they still going to have money of, before like outside of that cap to go and add another big free agent. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you, but what I'm saying is like you could get him for the MLE. You don't have to give up the trade exception.
Wait, like how you gonna get him, James? You can't get him for the MLE because he just turned down Dallas.
But here's the thing: he ain't gonna have a choice either because he already said he don't want to go back to Chicago. And the reason why, the other reason why Josh Hart took the money that he took is because the exact same thing that's happened to him happened to Josh. So guess what? Chicago don't want him back. He don't want to be in Chicago, so he gonna have to go where the hell he go. Like he ain't gonna have a choice. So ain't nobody finna give him no $68 million. And the Pelicans will be a fool for giving him for trading the $17 million.
How many? Wait, James, answer me this question. How many teams started bidding for? You heard before they started using their money, and before the Bulls the Bulls was really strongholding him when they put that first round pick on him. You saying they didn't want him back, but when they put that first round pick on him, they knew what they were doing. They were strongholding it. And when you did that, you knew you was messing up his market because no team was going to give you a first round pick and, he get the 17. They weren't going to do that. So
you look at the market, he worth that.
He's not
if you look at the market, he's worth that.
He's not worth that.
You 17 points a 17 points a game.
The man plays 5 games a year.
Look what the people who's capable of giving his production making. He's worth that money.
How many games do they play?
Man, listen, they work contracts on production. When your agent walks in the room, the agent say, look, this is the production. This is the production my client have versus the other players in the NBA, and this is what they pay.
Well, Lonzo got paid. Lonzo did the same thing. Lonzo got 85, and he not worth that.
But Lonzo, but here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, but also Lonzo also played a lot more games than Laurie Marketing has played.
Okay, but he's a shooter.
You just honestly, man, a lot of this stuff just be narrative driven. For real, that
ain't no narrative. Go look at the pull up how many games he played. I didn't say he can't play.
Like you say, his numbers say he worth that money.
His schedule, how many games he play, also say he ain't. I mean, he's street close too.
That's a chance, but when you sign a contract, man, anybody can get hurt at any time. That's a chance. A risk you take with every player.
Exactly, but at the same time, you also have a history of showing that this man don't finish seasons. Like,
James, let me give you this.
It ain't just like a 1-2 deal. He did that 3 years in a row.
The teams that really come out on top is the teams that take them chances on play.
Because they already.
That's why you stay
on marketing now.
No, hold up. Let me give you this example. Look at what DeMar DeRozan got. Before DeMar DeRozan got that 85, he was about to take the mid-level from the Lakers to go with them. And then the Bulls jumped out the window and gave him 85 on the trade.
They said that was a lie. They said he said he probably would because of LA Lakers now.
Well, why didn't he do the interview and say it, James? He said it
because where is he from? Where is he from?
Right. So that makes the more sense why he did it. He was going to do it. To go back to LA and win the win.
Is Laurie Marketing from New Orleans? Like, what are we talking about?
I'd rather have Marketing and Graham at them prices than Lonzo Ball at the price.
But this ain't got nothing to do with Lonzo. We talk about Laurie Marketing.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about towards the Pelicans. I think that'll be a good prick up for the Pelicans.
Nobody's giving Laurie Marketing $60 million. That's why he's still.
Why did the Pelicans inquired about him?
Josh Hart. Because like this is where I want to talk to DC early, like when I was saying, Hart was part of the problem. Like y'all act like that was all Bledsoe. Like we was last, almost bottom in the league in 3-point shooting. A lot of that had to do with Josh Hart. Too. Josh Hart had a big part of doing what us doing so bad.
The whole team, brother.
If you watch,
that was everybody. That wasn't just
I'm not saying,
Hart.
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just was this. If you look at the majority of the minutes was done by Hart. He got all the minutes off the bench. So you know what I'm saying.
Who
so
else we had on the bench though? Well, at least that Stan Van Gundy would actually play.
Right.
Hart got all the bench minutes. I know exactly when Hart was gonna come in the game, when he was gonna go out. At the 5-minute mark, he gonna pull Zion out, put Hart in. Then when he pulled Ingram out, he gonna slide Hart over in his position. Hart played all the bench minutes.
You're right. I remember that. We was talking about how he was out of break. Like, damn, Hart got to be out of break.
Hart got all the minutes too. So how that's just on Bledsoe, and Hart shot 30% from 3-point line. If you watch
that ain't Hart game, no, bro. Like his game ain't a sniper.
The teams would clog the paint, wait for Zion and slowly Hart would be the last rotation for every team. They will purposely rotate out to Hart last and let him take that shot.
But the reason why you can steal one, let's be real, Hart is not alone.
Let me finish. Okay. The difference between Hart and Bledsoe, yeah, he shot bad, but Bledsoe still was a scoring threat. Bledsoe was just a liability when Bledsoe caught the rotation at the end of the clock. Because when he was just only thing he can do was had time with the shoot. But other than that, Bledsoe was always still a scoring threat. Hart get the ball. If Hart didn't have a straight line to the basket, Hart couldn't do nothing with it. He wasn't a scoring threat or nothing.
Nah, he wasn't. That ain't his game. That's not his game, no, bro.
But here's the thing. Here's also the part that you also missing is that the team is complete. The team is also completely different than it was last year for the most part, as far as like who you have on the court. Who you have on the court that can also shoot the ball and defend. So hold on, wait, let me finish. Because what I'm saying is, if you have Josh Hart out there with Devonte Graham and Najee Marshall and Jackson Hayes and whoever else, I think that's 4 or 5. I can't remember how many names. That's a better lineup than what the hell we had last year. That's a lot of better shoot. That's also a lot better shoot.
All that could be true. I'm just saying it's just crazy how everybody put like that's all on Bledsoe. I was facing problems.
Look, I also say
it was a combination of them two. To be honest with you, like them and
everybody.
Adams in the middle. It was the combination of them and Adams in the middle. But that was the problem when either Hart was on the floor or either Bledsoe was on the floor. That was the spacing problem.
That's why they trying to get marketed. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Nobody is arguing about getting lower marketing. The issue is, think about what you just said. You go give up for lower marketing. Lower marketing is not worth $17 million trade.
James, you know how many ball players are not worth their contract?
I would take
hold on. Let me finish.
So we just supposed to
giving a fit with the team, all that. We do not need Josh Hart. It's just no room for Josh Hart on this team.
You keep focusing on Josh Hart, bro. Like this whole situation. Look, the whole reason
why they trade. Was he not worth 17 million his rookie year? Was he not worth 17 his rookie year?
Let James finish.
Come on now, we got to keep it one at a time, bro.
I'm gonna hear what y'all got to say. Go ahead.
No, in NBA, you pay for potential, man. He's still marketing, still got potential. That's what you don't understand.
But
that's what you
don't
understand that.
That's what you. He also versus 12 million for Hart when you know Hart don't have no. Hart is
don't have no potential.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. Okay, let's hold on.
Let brother Jay go ahead, man.
Okay, so here's the thing. You talk about like Josh Hart don't
have. I'm still on Eric Bledsoe. I'm still on that one.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Here's the thing that you keep talking about.
Hold on, brother G. Hold on.
My bad.
Y'all focus on Josh Hart. Here's the thing that y'all fail to realize: Josh Hart is a 1-year deal pretty much. His trade outside of this year, we owe him nothing else. We can literally let him go and cut him for nothing. That is the reason his deal is tradable. His deal is meant to be sent out for something else. It sure ain't for no lower marketing. That's the one thing. So you can sit there. You have a team option next year. They literally figure out a way. He had probably the worst player friendly contract in the history of the NBA because they was able to figure out a way to have a team option and a player option, which you cannot do in a regular sense, but they figured out how to do it in a sense so you can get rid of him if you don't want him no more. The only reason why he took that deal is because the only money that was out there for him was the qualifying offer, which was $4 million. The reason why he took that, let me finish. The reason why he took that deal is because guess what? There's a lot more. I got the $12 million guaranteed this year. If I do good this year or trade go somewhere else, they can either let me go and I go make some money elsewhere, or I show that I'm worth the $12 million. So the team option, you pick that back up. If you do good another year, guess what? You can pick up the player option, which is no more than $12 million. So whether at the end of the day, we're not paying him all $38 million. We only gonna have to be on the books for him at least until we get rid of his ass at some point. That's one thing. The second thing is too, you created the $17 million trade exception so you can go beyond the luxury tax to get somebody that actually is worth getting. I'm not saying Lauri Markkanen is not a player that could fit in New Orleans. What I'm saying is there's a difference in saying you're overpaying somebody than paying somebody that's $17 million when you could get him for $5 million and he's not going to play. Look at the last 3 seasons. Y'all keep talking about this. Y'all talk about he had potential.
Sometimes, man, you want to play a player what they worth. You get a man, force a man in under $5 million, and you get $5 million worth of production.
Y'all
watch this. This how you do this. James, check this out. You know why they gonna give him that $17 million? Because did you see free agency this summer? Who wanted to come to New Orleans? Tell me who wanted to come.
But here's the thing. I'm not. But you right. But it's not. You 100% right. But here's the thing. You
misunderstand that I think Josh Hart a garbage player. He just not for our team.
But we keep talking about we keep focusing in on Josh Hart.
Any team, G.
But see, here's the thing.
No, not our team. Not
Josh Hart can fit on any team,
ball handler.
I've been trying to let you talk, bro. Josh Hart can fit on any team.
Not an outside shooter like Zion is for us. Zion, we're gonna be running a team like Damian Lillard, the primary offensive player on the team. Got their own outside shot, stretch the floor themselves. Then you can have a Josh Hart.
Josh Hart,
like us, who you need spacing around.
Yep.
Hey, I give you prime example because I know this finna piss y'all off. You know the reason why. You know the other team that was about to get
Josh Hart play like his name. What team don't need Hart?
You know who the
team.
You know who the other team. No. You know who the other team.
We need more Hart than anything.
You know who the other team.
You don't need a Josh Hart.
You know who the other team
that
you know who the other team that was trying to get Lauri Markkanen? It was the Spurs. You know where they dipped out on because you know what? Since you don't want to
for more money.
Exactly. Guess who they went and got? Zach fucking Collins, who was just played just as many games as he did. That's what they got.
But look at the contract that they gave Zach Collins, though. James, look at that contract they gave Zach Collins.
You're making yourself look crazy.
You're making a point when you look at Zach Collins' contract, dog.
Marketing don't gotta come on the team if y'all
let me pull up this Zach Collins contract, please.
Please, DC.
Yeah, is it guaranteed or not?
It must be
I'm curious on that.
It's partially guaranteed.
What's wrong with this fool?
But that's my point. Like they said that you think they signed that man for a fully guaranteed contract? Hell no.
Zach Collins got a crazy contract with the Spurs.
Anybody who getting signed right now getting partially guaranteed contracts. Other than Terry Rozier, everybody contract gonna be like that.
But Terry Rozier signed back for his former
team. James,
right.
You said the Pelicans won't try to get Markkanen. Well, then why did they inquire about him?
No, I did not say.
Answer my question.
No.
What are the numbers, kid?
Hold on. No, I'm finna ask you a question, but you're not saying. Look at that. Look at that. $7 million a year.
Okay.
$7 million a year.
Okay.
That's you talking about. Look at that total guaranteed $10 million. You talking about?
Jay might be on the subject.
Fuck out of here, bro.
I didn't guess.
I want to know if he worth that. The amount of games he played.
They played the same amount of games. They played the same amount of games.
DC,
what's up, brother?
Now, all right. Given a fit, you don't think marketing is a better fit for the Pelicans than Josh Hart. You don't think we got a lot of people on the team right now that can do what Josh Hart can do? Well, we don't got nobody really on the team that can do what marketing can do. A stretch four. We hoping that Wayne the rookie can fill that role for us, but we don't really have nobody who can play stretch four on the level that marketing played in this league.
I cannot disagree with you there, bro. I can't. As much as I would like to, because I like Josh Hart.
Yeah, we got like Josh Hart.
I can't disagree with you, man.
Team already can fill that role. Give us what Josh Hart can give us.
But what I can say, I'm not crazy about.
For somebody can give us, put it like this, man. If any one of the players on the Pelican team can give us what marketing did in this league, we'll be more than happy.
For 12 games. For 12
and that's the real. That's the real.
Right. But what I can say about marketing, if there's any way we can look at some tape, we can put him in a workout, and we find any semblance of his ability to be able to play defense at center, I think the Pelicans pull. I think the Pelicans pull that trigger quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hey, you ain't gonna find no film.
You got a dude that's 7 foot that can shoot 38% from the three.
Up a lot for his defensive inefficiency. You put all the wings.
I'm talking about having an additional small ball or
that is
a small ball center.
Marketing makes us a.
But he got to play some type of interior defense for them.
Marketing makes us a
you heard the lineup I gave you, DC. You play you put BI at the 2, you put Trey Murphy at the 3, Zion at the 4, you put marketing at the 5. He could with them wings and him
y'all having a different argument than what we having. We're not saying that lower marketing would not fit.
You talking about the price.
Even for us, he works.
James right about the money.
He brings to our team.
No, he's
whether
not.
you think he actually worth that money or not. Just on what he brings to the Pelicans, he worth $17 million. Especially when you
get a free agent.
It's not that. Let me speak on behalf of what I understood James was saying. We went out of our way to create a $17 million trade exemption with a totally separate deal. James is saying he don't think they went out their way to create that trade exemption to just waste it on a guy like Markkanen. As much as we like Markkanen, we saying he can be better for the team. That's all good, but like you're not gonna waste a $17 million trade exemption and throwing in another $10 million player. That's a max player. Like you can get. You talk about Brad. I'm just saying it's the difference in using that trade exemption to get Larry.
I think
hold up, G.
Grossly mistaken.
Hold up. It's a difference between using that trade exemption to get a guy like Larry Markkanen or get a guy like, let's say, Boston for whatever reason will break up Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Getting a guy like Jaylen Brown. Bradley. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying
that's what God is in his problem. That's why we had this issue now, because it wasn't unrealistic to think that we was gonna get Lowry and all that. I think
but when you got disgruntled players and they're getting traded, like sometimes it depends on how the season going. Let's say if the Pelicans do good, like what we saying they're gonna do, right? And you see they might have a guy from another team or somewhere be willing to get traded. Like Dame Lillard could agree or whatever. You got the $17 million. Now you just need to come up with the other little bit of the salary.
But why would you bust up your team like that for one?
It's hypothetical.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Of course, anybody's going to want Brown.
You know what?
But marketing is what's available right now.
I say this.
That's how it go, man. That the teams who be getting them players, man, they just happen to have that space. When the situation.
Here's the thing.
That's not true. They got teams be plotting on that for years, and they made sure they had the space because they knew it was going to happen.
King Buckets is not about who starts; it's who finished the game, and that's what he's understanding. He's already told at the moment.
In a lot of them situations,
nobody is
the player gotta want to come to your team.
Thank you. And they don't realize that. They don't realize that for whatever. They fail to realize that.
All right. Time out. We got like three people be trying to talk here.
DC, you saying that, but you don't realize the players gotta want to come here.
I do realize that, G. But what I'm telling you,
y'all be saying he's crazy, and they don't make sense.
Let one person finish their point.
Each one. They
try to shoot everybody off, bro.
They each one
Just calm down.
G, bro. They
We're gonna let y'all talk. I promise.
They stand the
Hey,
same
Big
thing.
Q, man, we need Willie Green to come here with the love doctrine, bro. We need to preach the love doctrine to him, dog.
Willie don't want no part of that, brother Jalil. He trying to stay.
I understand the players need to be here, G, but I'm telling you, what the Pelicans are today, as opposed to what the Pelicans can be at the trade deadline, and what said player might see in the team, you don't know that. We don't know how they think about the Pelicans. You don't know how them guys think about Zion, and you don't know who will be up for trade. You know what I'm saying?
DC, so all right, Pose, what you said is correct, and we do just what you say, and we wait, and then a player come up available, and they say they don't want to fucking come to the Pelicans. Cut the narrative. Now that trade exception is lost, and we get nothing.
First off, I'm happy because I don't want no goddamn body who don't want to be here. This ain't no goddamn slave plantation. I don't want nobody who don't want to be here. Larry Larkin and ass don't want to be here. I don't want them to force and get him.
Fam. We can't hear each other.
My bad. But listen, you want Hart? Hart said he didn't want to be here.
Yep.
He said.
He said that's what I explained earlier. Hart either had a change of heart once they got Willie Green.
You want to assume that to make your case. You want to go into them assumptions.
I gave you two different scenarios, brother. You got to listen to my whole thing. Or I said Josh Hart sat down with them and told him he didn't want to be here, and look at the contract. It's easy for them to trade.
DC, we only can draw conclusions from the information we give. We can't assume we know what somebody thinks.
I know based on the contract.
What he might have said. We only can base it on what he said. And because he said, until he come out and say otherwise, DC, we basing it on he don't want to be here. He took the money.
Hold on. He didn't have
the man tweeted on his Instagram and all that. He bunch of hearts and he's like he happy.
Hold on.
He went to the summer league games.
DC, hold on. They said, listen, the thing is, this contract that Josh Hart signed, very tradable contract.
That's what the agreement, because he don't want to be here.
B. Thomas said we got to remember we all are great human beings.
Right.
We need to calm down.
I mean, the thing is, it's not a long-term deal. It's a tradable deal, and I think the majority of the flock knows that Josh Hart at some point in time before right at the trade line or maybe slightly before there, that he'll be moved for a larger piece. So I think a lot of that they have the options on the table of Josh Hart. We got a bevy of different wings here and guards here. We just put together, and I call it a living roster, because you can adjust, move guys in, move guys out, and guys.
Can I ask you a question? Who the backup four is? Because this is what nobody don't want to look at. We have all these wings, but you don't have a backup four, and everybody's saying that the Pelicans won't use the trade exemption to get marketed, but why would they go inquire about him to use the trade exemption?
They did not. They never say. Hold on. So for one, here's the thing that you're mixing together. That's not true. They did inquire about Laura marketing. They never said they were going to use the trade exception on Laura marketing. You can inquire about Laura marketing. No. Go back and pull that information. They said
just like G said, all we know is the information that's given.
The information and
the
only information
though.
The information. The only information.
Right. When they were saying they required about it, they were talking about last year doing the trade for trade.
No, I'm talking about this year. They inquired about it this year.
I'm talking about this year.
But each one they inquired about a lot of players, bro.
No, they just went and inquired about him. This was 2 weeks ago.
Yes, but that's not. But the Laura marketing thing, that ain't something new. They've been talking about marketing.
But remember that the Lonzo deal was what it was supposed to be for with the pick. David Griffin held out because he wanted that first round.
You said it yourself. That's who he was. That's his boy. Jay Reddick his boy. So you know they're gonna fall in line thinking alike.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? When people close, man, it's because y'all, think alike. You know what I'm saying? That's what people form relationships off of. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like-minded thinkers. You know what I'm saying? So it's most likely that him and Jay Reddick feel the same way about our organization, dog. That's the thing that's most likely.
But here's nobody is arguing the fact that
Murphy cannot play power forward.
It is a strong point. Hold on, let me finish. The other thing is, I'm gonna go back to the whole power forward situation. The thing is that they inquired about lower marketing. That is true. There also was no information about what the package was and what they were trying to give up for lower marketing. I also truly believe that they're not going to get
strong on them. They said they wanted a first round pick.
And that's why. And guess what? That's why his ass is still on the Bulls. So
we know that. But when what the Pelicans did was they said we're gonna wait until y'all come down. And y'all know he doesn't want to be there.
Bro, you ain't saying nothing.
Bro, you
ain't saying. You're not saying nothing.
Let him
no
finish
different.
his thought, bro.
Hey, I think we'll be lucky if we can get more.
G, hold on. G, each one. Let James finish his commentary, bro, and then y'all can take it away. Go ahead, James. Finish. Go ahead and finish.
Appreciate it. What I'm saying is that nobody is saying that the Pelicans did not inquire about. Nobody inquired about lower marketing. Lower marketing would fit on this team. The argument is that one, they, like you said, the Bulls tried to sit there and try to finagle the Pelicans. The Pelicans said, we're going to call your motherfucking bluff. We don't think that somebody's going to go out there and give you what you want for him. Guess what? He is still sitting there. He's still sitting there. So at some point, what's going to happen is he's going to either go back to the Bulls on the qualifying offer, or they're going to give us lower marketing for what we want him for, and that's what's going to happen. Or another team is going to give them something that they want him for. There's not going to be a whole bunch of money. He's going to be probably signed with somebody for at least no more than about $7 to $8 million or $9 million at the most. He's not finna get a whole bunch of money.
James.
I'll give you 12. DC, I'll give you 12 million dollars. That's the other thing. The other thing is
take $9 million and keep the qualifying offer with the Bulls. So I don't even understand your logic and thinking.
Hold on, for one. So that's the only reason he don't want to be with the Bulls. That's the whole point. He
right, but I'm just making the point to James that if he said $9 million, he can go back to the Bulls for that.
But if he don't want to be with the Bulls, the $9 million don't matter. He don't want to be there. So he'll take the $9 million to go elsewhere as long as he's not with the Bulls. The second thing is, too, because of the $9 million, we still have the $9 million mid-level exception that we had not used yet. So if we could get him for that, which is what they were planning on doing, that's the reason why they haven't used none of this stuff. They haven't used the mid-level, the trade exception. They haven't used the mid-level exception.
Didn't they take out a little bit to give some money up from that to Herb out of that $9 million?
1.5 million.
To me, that's still a huge assumption that he want to take that $9 million. To me,
he ain't taking that $9 million.
But guess what?
That's a Dennis Schroeder move, cuz.
That's an assumption. You keep saying
Dennis Schroeder get paid $5 million this year.
Exactly.
But I'm saying he played. That's how you played yourself, Mo. So why would I go through all of that when I know the Pelicans ain't
inquiring? But you just said he played. He already played himself by not taking.
James, can I finish my thought?
I wasn't finished with mine yet.
But I agree with you in this sense, James. The longer it go on, the less leverage marketing got, the longer it's drag out.
The Pelicans knew that. That's why they didn't want to give him the first.
So why y'all talking about trading $17 million? Y'all know he's not gonna get that.
No, I ain't saying we should, man. I just think we should.
Y'all just said trade the $17 million since like 5 times.
I just think $17 million.
Hold up, family. Let's DJ been sitting here waiting patiently, chilling. Let's hear what DJ got to say, man. What's up, brother?
Is DJ frozen?
He holla, hey, frozen. What's up, DJ?
Why are we talking about Josh Hart? Like, y'all spent the whole 30-minute conversation about Josh Hart. Let's talk about the team. All right, now to answer somebody's question, who's going to be our backup for?
Right.
That's either going to be the William. That's if we keep him, William Gabriel or Herbert Jones.
That's actually a good segue.
DC, you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? So because what we know is Zion in both seasons has had something happen. So it's more likely than not.
Back to marketing?
No, well, we could do that, but I'm saying you're gonna put Herb Jones in at the starting 4
Hell yeah, I might do that. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Hey, that what scared me about the Josh Hart trade, the possibility of losing William Gabriel. I like William.
Let me tell you why as far as Herb Jones.
Kentucky kid.
What's one of the biggest problems we got on our team?
We got a lot of wings right now.
Defense.
That ain't a problem. That's a good problem to have.
I think
Herb is an excellent. Can I say it one more time? Excellent defensive player.
Hey, y'all don't think Herb look like he's the head of DD for his
He is.
the summer league?
And I'm a DD guy. He's
I think Herb ahead. I think Herb right.
Wait, pause.
He could be a good. You let him come along though, DC. Why rush him and try to?
It's not about to happen the first 10 games of the season. Each one teach one. But all it's gonna take.
Didn't Zion get hurt in the first 10 games of the season?
Come on, bro.
That was
We not gonna ask a lot of Herb. We gonna just have him ask him to go in there and play defense. He gonna beat the first.
But that's
let me ask you a question. You gonna put Herb up against Anthony Davis? You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Davis
like that. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hold on.
Man, we play Anthony Davis twice a year. We play Giannis twice a year. What are we doing for the other 78 games?
I can go down the line. Marcus Morris. I can dudes who can just raise the
against Marcus Morris. Yes.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Hold on.
They only got like five dudes in the league.
Man, listen,
what I'm gonna sit up there and tell me where it's gonna be.
Given the summer league, Herb deserve a shot to see if he can guard them dudes. Because all indications say that he can to me.
Here's another thing is too, y'all realize. Most of these superstar dudes, you're not fucking guarding them anyway. Let's be real. Like you're not guarding these.
I don't want you to talk no more.
Okay. We talk about
talk about no defense and all that. You gonna go Jabari Parker on the brother.
No,
man.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying whoever you got guarding AD is gonna have hell to deal with no matter who it gonna be. That's the point. My thing is too. You talking about Zion and stuff like this. You talk about Lauri Markkanen. That Zion played more games than Lauri Markkanen did last year. So that's one thing. Number two, guess what? We talking about the backup four. We talking about the backup four.
James, wasn't you the same one who guaranteed me we was gonna trade for what his name is from Indiana? You say watch, you gonna see. We gonna get what his name is. From Indiana, the point guard, Malcolm Brogdon. We're going to get Malcolm Brogdon, and we're going to trade that first round pick, and we ain't going to do none of that. Didn't you say that?
All these are rumors, though, bro. Nothing is set in stone. Even what y'all talking about with Markkanen is just a rumor. It's not set in stone.
I never guaranteed. I said there's a possibility that could happen. I didn't guarantee. I said that's what I want to do. I said that's what I want to do.
You told me this is out your mouth, bro.
I said what?
They're going to take that and traded to get.
I'm just glad you ain't asking for your boy no more.
You was believing all of the trains that they were telling you.
Let me finish.
I can't hear all y'all at the same time. Y'all talking over each other. Go ahead, James.
I'm gonna say, did they not trade the pick?
He keep getting the flow. That's the problem.
You be slaughtering the man when he be talking.
You shooting him to death.
No, but he get the flow all the time. He's coming.
James be like, because you know what I'm gonna see with the team. But he can't do that because the contract.
Exactly.
Cut him off.
It's just like the Najee Marshall stuff when he said, I'm gonna start Najee Marshall at the point guard. Devonte Graham making 40.
Okay, he just finished his point and then you give your rebuttal right afterwards.
You gotta let him say it, bro.
Can he just finish his
point? Let him say
I'm saying each one he tried to finish his point. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to let James finish. James will do his point.
I swear to Bobby, I won't say another word. I swear to Bobby.
Each one got snipe ball. Got a sniper pistol ready. G got his on the other side. James don't stand a chance, man.
Yeah, look, Big Q. I'm gonna try, but I know I'm not finna finish my points. So I ain't fucking worried about it.
James, you got one more. You got one more, James.
There you go. See?
You got one more.
I didn't even get to start.
You got one more, James. You got one more.
James is flanked by snipers, man. He got one on the left, one on the right. He ain't got a chance.
See, I'm glad G in here though, because it's always a jump, G. They always double.
That's why you going on tonight, huh?
Yeah, see, I got me some help
bro,
now.
I done took your side with stuff before, even when people was joking. You
did, DC. You did, but see, what happened was soon as you push that button, you hurry up back over there on that other side. You push that button. You knew what time it was. It was new time.
Nah, you say some stuff just like everybody else, man. We have good stuff, and then we'll say some nonsense.
Yeah, that's right, B. Tom. You got the pistol out on. But yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah, brother James, go ahead, finish your point, bro, and then we'll move on to some other stuff too.
Yeah, no problem, man. What I'm saying is that as much as I wouldn't mind a backup for, I don't think it is as big of a detriment, because if you think about backup fours versus backup fours, other than like you said, Anthony Davis, there really ain't too many big dudes that you really got to deal with in the NBA that's playing that position for the most part. That's really gonna gut you. You're right. So if all you need is somebody that's just big enough that can at least guard or at least get some rebounds for the most part. As long as the rest of the team is made out, the rest of that lineup is good, the fourth position ain't gonna be that bad. Like someone said, you could probably have Jackson Hayes
That's a good idea.
as the backup for and whatever it may be. So that's not gonna be as huge of an issue. The other
You let
thing
your
is,
nigga receive.
there you go.
You
See,
can go
I see.
AD
I
with a
knew I
perimeter
wasn't gonna be
defender.
able to finish. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to finish. What I'm saying is, okay. Everybody keep talking about who you go get to guard this person. Who you go get to guard this person? Who you get to guard KD? Nobody. You don't got nobody to guard KD. Who you got to guard LeBron
That's why
James?
Brandon
Nobody.
Ingram got to take that next step. You know
LeBron,
what I'm
but
saying? He can't
there's
keep.
not a
He
step.
can't keep.
LeBron. See, I told you, Big Q. I told you. I was going to finish.
Did he
I
ask
was
the
going to
question?
finish.
Them
You
damn
asked the
snipers,
question.
man.
I told
You
you I was
asked the
going to finish.
question. You asked the question. You said who is going to guard KD, and I answered. I said
But
Brandon Ingram had to step up.
theoretical.
it was rhetorical.
Okay,
It was a rhetorical question.
Right. But you got to say that.
Brandon,
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But go ahead.
I'm about to say, for one, there is not a leap that Brandon Ingram can take that is going to allow him to guard LeBron James and KD on a consistent basis to stop them or shut them down. That's not happening. Nobody
No, he
could
don't.
do.
I caught myself, Jay. I caught myself. That was one of the ones where you can't help yourself, but I caught myself.
But hey, each one teach one. I ain't gonna lie. You remind me of my dad. I can't argue with that man neither, bro. As soon as he get to arguing and interrupting me, I just shut up. I just like, you know what? It's over. I ain't even gonna talk no more.
You got it.
You got it.
Go ahead, Jay.
So like we talk. Okay, why? This is rhetorical. Why when we watched the NBA final this year, that everybody drool over what Drew Holiday did, like how he was able to eliminate guys completely off the court, right? Because he's one of the few guys that could actually eliminate a dude off the court, or at least give him up to the point where he is struggling, right? The same thing with like they say Giannis. Remember they were saying KD was cooking Giannis for a couple of them games, and Giannis is probably one of the few dudes that got the length and the size that could guard KD, and it still didn't fucking matter. That's the same thing. So that's the same thing with Zion. How many dudes have we seen Zion play against that actually gave him trouble? I've saw one guy, one individually. I ain't talking about like teams that
Nas Reed and that dude from Dallas, huh, James?
No. Well, he did one time, and then after that, last year he gave him issues, and then this past season, Cleveland Zion didn't even see Cleveland no more. Like Cleveland couldn't do shit with him.
What about that boy from the Wizards, bro?
Who?
Gabbard. What was that dude?
Oh yeah, he did. The backup.
Gafford.
So even then, like, okay, so out of 30 teams, we named like 3 dudes that probably really gave him an issue. One that gave him an issue this year, and then I would say Draymond. Draymond gave him issue that second Warriors game. But again, Draymond is a different defensive player of the year candidate, so I expect that. But for the most part, anytime that Zion had issues, it was mostly about they fouled him and they didn't call it, or there would be one dude, or it was a team effort that gave him issues. Other than that, for the most part, these dudes, superstars, you do not shut them down. What you do is you make sure that the other dudes don't get off. That's how we kept losing. It wasn't just the superstar that was getting off. It was the Kobe White that was killing us. It was the dude that averaged 5 points that's now averaging 20 points against us. That's how you stop them from winning. So therefore, that's why I'm saying, like, you don't have to necessarily worry about him guarding AD, because no matter what, AD gonna get his against us. He can't fucking stand us. So he gonna average 40. You just gotta make sure that fucking Melo don't go off on your ass for 20. You gotta make sure that other dudes around them don't go off for 15 or 20. Keep them at their averages, and you got a shot. That's by my whole point. Like, you can't worry about that. Like, that's it. Like, I think you have at least a sustainable, decent amount. And again, if Zion get hurt, it don't matter who we bring in. It's pretty much a wrap for us for the most part. We're gonna be good, but we're gonna be probably all right. But if Zion get hurt, that's a lot of production that leaves. No, I'm just saying, like, if
we still go win in the regular season. The
I think we
playoffs,
still,
we still could be a playoff team even without
I don't
Zion
think so.
with the
I don't
roster
think
we
so.
got.
I don't think so. I don't
See
think
what
so.
I'm saying?
We got a lot of versatility, James. I mean, you would anticipate on somebody not stepping up or doing nothing, right?
But I understand it. But I understand it. But like, you losing 27 points a game, 60 points at the what you call, like, that's a different type of dude. Like, that's just like, okay, they lost, like the Lakers lost. The first person they lost was who? Was AD, right? They struggled without AD even when they had LeBron. And it's reasonable to understand, like, if you lose one of your
37-year-old LeBron and 24-year-old BI, man, I think BI take a step up without Zion. Honestly, in a regular season.
But my point, but my thing is, what I'm saying is that if you lose a player that is giving you top 10 points per game, that is not easy to replace or to just overcome. We didn't make. I understand. Don't get wrong. I 100% agree with you that the team is better. But I also was a firm believer that if you lose one of your top two players, everybody think about that. Who you think is a better team between the Clippers or currently right now with Kawhi Leonard not healthy? The rest of the team, who you think is better, the Clippers or the Pelicans?
Without Zion, you saying?
The Pelicans.
Yeah, that's you going at. I think the Pelicans. Honestly, if we just
Pelicans,
going off
is better.
If we just going off for talent, yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah,
go play for player. Go player for player.
Go play. Yep. Thank you.
Paul George. Player right now. Paul George, Brandon Ingram.
Like Brandon Ingram, that's pretty much a wash.
So I'm gonna give him this. I'm gonna say, okay, you can say Paul George a little better. Paul George a little better. Go to your next player.
The slight 80.
Go to your next player.
I give you
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson. I
take
Reggie Jackson.
He ain't better than
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm taking no.
No. Y'all forgot about Devonte Graham. You gonna take Reggie Jackson or Devonte Graham?
But listen. People being fooled by.
Man, I was letting the man go through his roster. We going player for player. Huh?
Oh yeah, let him. Yeah, let him.
Let him go player for player.
Y'all got it.
No, we won't. I didn't say that.
No. I'm done. Y'all got it. I talk long enough. Y'all got it.
Listen, I was talking. James cut me off the moment I mentioned Hart. I want to have the floor and never got to finish saying what I was saying. I mentioned Hart and he cut me off and he went in because I had to wait after each one to talk. Then I was talking. I mentioned Hart. Then James went in. So I didn't really, like I say, I was one to cut off. I wasn't cutting them off.
I was just they jump.
You know what I mean? Hey, y'all need a little boxing ring, you know what I'm saying? Ding ding, you know what I'm saying? When each one keeps one, James get to talking.
I saw the whole thing.
You see that every year the players step up in the playoffs and play over their head. Then the next season come around, you be looking for that player. That happens every year. So that thing with your what's your boy name over there for the Clippers? Reggie Jackson. To me, that's food. We see that every year in the playoffs. Somebody come play over their head, then you be looking for them in the next season.
Wouldn't Marcus Morris be their third person? So Marcus Morris is their third person. Go ahead, DC. I got it. I know where you're gonna go. Go ahead. Be their third person. So
we got Jonas Valanciunas. You want? I can go another route since we gonna put Marcus Morris and I'm gonna put him up against Trey Murphy. We go Trey Murphy, even though he's a rookie. You get him a slight nod? You won't say for that? Jonas Valanciunas and Zubac. We got Zubac.
I'm gonna say that's even because of what Marcus brings to the table is the same thing what we hope Trey can bring.
Right.
So at best, I can say that's even for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got Zubac and
Trey
Valanciunas.
Trey Man.
Oh, us all day.
Us all day. Trey Man, Najee Marshall. You want to get him Trey Man?
Trey Man.
You gotta give it to man. We hoping Najee Marshall can.
Now this way it start getting fugazi. Give me the next name.
Okay. Well, then you got Luke Kennard, I guess.
Come on, bro.
What you talking about?
No, I'm talking about for the Clippers. That's who their next best player would be Luke Kennard.
Sadaransky is good enough to compete with Kennard. You put Sadaransky up against him. That's a 10-point guy with the same amount of minutes. Luke Kennard probably 10-point guy.
For Jackson Hayes over there.
That's a good one, DC. because Satoransky brings a whole lot to the table. Kind of reminds me of Ginobili.
Oh, we could say Josh
in his
Hart.
way of contributing. Yeah, Josh Hart. So that's a good one. So
then
you go
getting thin. It start getting thin.
Well, no, you go Ibaka. I think they still got Ibaka, so you go Ibaka.
Hey,
and then,
don't forget they got
Ibaka and Jackson Hayes.
Batum. Don't forget they got Bledsoe.
Huh?
Don't forget they got Bledsoe.
William Gomez.
Don't forget they got
I ain't gonna take. I'm not gonna take Willie Herman Gomez over Ibaka, but I would take Jackson Hayes over Ibaka.
Yeah.
Now that might be controversial to some people.
No, because his back is bad. Ibaka back is bad.
Haven't been playing.
Jans ain't agreeing with none of this. His silence to me is saying that he's not agreeing.
What about Batum? What about Batum? He next. What you got for Batum?
Well,
Nick Batum. Say who we got? Who ain't?
We hoping a combination. I guess we hoping Jones can be our Nick Batum. To be honest with you,
Herb.
Yep.
That's rough because Batum.
That's Batum a little more valuable than that. That's still gonna fall into between Jackson Hayes and the Josh Hart, depending on if we used him.
Right.
Luke Kennard or not. NAW. We ain't never said NAW. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to him. He probably to me like the 6-7 best player on our team, possibly, hypothetically, depending on what he showed this year.
You think Noah is our 6th best player?
I said 6 to 7. I said 6 to 7 possibly.
He our 3rd best player. It goes Zion and BI and then Noah and then Murphy.
He's not better than Jonas
Valanciunas. Probably go Jonas Valanciunas.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he better than. I'm not sure if he better than Graham. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% all the way around the board if he better than Josh Hart. Just being honest.
Who no better than
all the way around the board. Not
all the way around the board, but far as the NBA today, like put it like this, I don't think Josh Hart defense is that far over Noah. I think Noah's better, to be honest with you.
You could be right. You could be right. I'm saying hypothetically, man. You know what
I'm talking about Hart got the edge as far as he can guard more positions, but far as at their position, I think NAW is a better defender. And with his shooting, man, and his ability to score offensively, to me, he's better, man. If you watch Hart minutes, dog, Hart give you diminished in return his minutes. His production don't move, no matter how many minutes you give. You're gonna get that same amount of production from Josh Hart, no matter what the minutes.
But see, this is why I was saying around the board, because I'm anticipating NAW making another step, and if he makes that step, then yeah, you're right. But
check the minutes though. Check his own things. I'm telling you.
You can pull it up. Hart is consistent. Hart is consistent, and you know what you're gonna get from him every night. And my only complaint, if I had one with NAW, would be his inconsistency. But I think that was due to a lack of his role, not getting consistent minutes, and his thing being all over the place. So that could be a thing. So if best case scenario, he's 5th. I'm not 5th. I'm not putting him in front of Devonte Graham just yet.
Yeah, I think
I'm not putting in front of Valanciunas. I'm not putting in front of Zion. I'm not putting in front of Ingram.
But when you look at Graham was scary, and I think he's gonna be nice because he could do a lot. I think I want to share this with y'all, and I want to ask y'all if y'all remember this. Y'all remember when? And I'll give y'all a whole thing and look over this team. Y'all remember when the Kings had White Chocolate and they traded him to Memphis, and then they got Mike Bibby. I kind of see that almost a similar with Lonzo Ball and Devonte Graham, because Bibby was he could score, but he could still, pass. And with Jason Williams, he was more like Lonzo, pass first point guard. And that's why they got rid of him. And you remember the Kings went forward. If you look at the Kings overall make of that team, and you look at the Pelicans, what they have, you look at the overseas players from Vlade Divac, he could score, Valanciunas, Jason Williams, he was more like you got a lot of overseas players. And when you look at the bench and how it was made, you could compare Kyra to Bobby Jackson in a sense. Chris Webber to Zion. even though you will say you won't laugh, but when you look at him in Orlando, Turkoglu played. That's why what his name is, Stan Van Gundy had Turkoglu playing with the ball a lot more in Orlando. But when you look at this overall team, is almost made up like that. You see what I'm saying? But I see Graham. I think he'll be more valuable in that sense of how Bibby was to the King. He took them to another level. And I think that's what Graham would do with us because he offers more shooting. And people, they don't look at, they undervalue his playmaking. His playmaking is just as good as Lonzo. Lonzo he can make pretty like full court passes. I really believe Lonzo, if he wanted to, could play football. That's how beautiful he throw that ball. You dig what I'm saying?
He a little better playmaker though? I mean, I think that's the one thing he got over pretty much a lot of point guards.
Lonzo?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see people able to get 17, 18 assists in a game, bro. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but
I don't think Devonte Graham playmaking on
no,
the same level.
Let me show you the difference.
Who y'all think gonna have a better season next year out of the 2 point guards?
I think Graham is, honestly. But it depends on how you gauging it, because Lonzo Ball probably gonna average a double-double. I'm just saying that now. He might average 14 and 11 or something like that. 14 and 10.
Lonzo gonna be the fourth option over there to me. I don't see how he gonna have a better year than Graham. I think
he might average 14, 11, 16, and 11.
You saying Graham is going who better than Graham and Lonzo? Is that what you're asking, G?
Yeah.
Who's gonna have a better year?
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be Graham because, like I said, they with the catch and shooting that he's gonna get, and like I said, the difference what people don't look at with Graham and like what DC was talking about with Lonzo and his playmaking. Let me show you the difference, DC. The one thing, the knock on Lonzo is that he really can't drive the ball to the basket, and you could say the same thing for Devonte Graham. But the thing with Graham is he showed you that he can do it, but his playmaking when he get in the lane is so smooth and nice. Like it's better. You can't average 18 and 7 1 year, and then even though he was a backup this year, 18 and 7 ain't bad for the year he just had. Lonzo, I don't even know if he's ever had that.
He never had them type of numbers.
Yeah, so I mean, and when you look at the passes that he made, I'm telling you, I mean, he knows how to play the game. And I think his leadership, I think he's going to have more of a bigger impact than Lonzo will on his team because of
Me too. I agree. I think Lonzo a better player, man, but I think Graham feel a bigger a role for us. And the difference between they saying they 3-point percentage the same, but that don't tell all the story. The difference between the two is, man, that Graham is always a threat to score the ball whenever it's in his hands. Lonzo is not always a threat to score the ball.
Exactly.
That's what Graham brings to the table that Lonzo didn't give us. He constantly looking for his shot. Teams always aware knowing that if you get him a crack, he gonna pull it on. They know he's constantly looking for that. They know he's constantly a threat.
I think it's gonna be about the same. I think
you still on here?
Yeah,
I think
they said I can't interrupt it, so I had shut up and let them talk.
All right, I forgot you was on here, brother. You so quiet.
I was just saying that I think it's gonna be about the same because I think they're gonna play different roles that will fit them more on both teams. Like I think that with the way the Bulls constructed themselves, they're not going to have to rely on Lonzo having to get a lot of points because you're going to have Vucevic, you got Levine, and you got DeRozan. That's going to probably be the one that's going to give you most of your points. I think on both teams, both of them are going to be their fourth best player. Because everybody think if Nickeil Alexander-Walker going to take that step, he's going to be the third, probably the third or fourth best player, with Valanciunas being probably the third. So Devonte probably going to be the fifth best player on the Pelicans squad this year, which is, again, that may still fit his role because they're not going to require so much of him because you're going to have Zion and B.I. doing most of the work to be able to just, as long as you just sit there and just take your shot. Whereas the reason why they wanted Lonzo Ball with the Bulls is that you take away that responsibility that you had to give to Levine, that not that he didn't want it, but it just wasn't his best thing. Like, he wants to score. That's what he wants to do. So now that you just allow him to score, then you got you get DeRozan, because DeRozan is pretty much BI without the 3-point shooter. Like, he lives within the mid range. So then you have that. So the only thing that Lonzo has to worry about is getting the ball to the guy where he wants to and shoot the three whenever he is open. Because again, he's going to be their fourth best player. So that's why I said it's probably going to be about the same. And Lonzo probably going to average about 10 assists. Well, I ain't going to say 10, but let's say 8 or 9 assists a game, because he'll be the one distributing the ball for the most part between him and DeRozan.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I agree. It's just that like I said, I think as far as the roles, though, I think Graham probably Lonzo gonna definitely get him in assists, because, like I said, the roles that they both each gonna play on the team. I think Lonzo gonna be a fourth option, and when he do get the ball in his hands, he gonna still be looking to distribute the ball to them guys. They brought him over there really so Jack Levine can have somebody to get him the ball, so he don't have to play make over there. That was the main premise behind them picking up Lonzo anyway. Well, as far as the Pelicans, man, we gonna need Graham to take a lot of clutch shots, and when he get the ball, we want him to shoot. I think he gonna be encouraged to shoot it whenever chance he get to keep the defense honest. Versus, like I said, when Lonzo get the ball, Lonzo gonna be more in the role of trying to play me. Versus Graham gonna be looking for his shot.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's going to depend on how people perceive it. Because if Lonzo has, let's say, 14 and 11, and let's say Graham go back to 18 and 7, you know what I'm saying? Some people might feel like that 14, or if he averaged 16, 15 and 11 or 10 or whatever, is better than 18 and 7 because of the assist. So it's going to be close either way. But what it boils down to, I think, far as for our team, I think Graham gonna fit a lot better.
Yeah,
as much as I wish Lonzo would have stayed here for the Zion thing and all of that, just the more and more I study this dude and look at him, and going back at Kentucky and watching what he did last year versus Charlotte, and not really harping, watching what he did this year, but not really harping on that, but looking at the year when LaMelo wasn't there, and man, it's almost scary how good he can be with Brandon Ingram and Zion, bro. Catch and shoot, he don't miss, bro. He don't miss catch and shoot, bro. That dude gonna be a sniper for us.
Man, I love
catch and shoot threes.
I wanted Lonzo back 100%. I'm just saying the Lonzo stand, but I do appreciate all the things that Lonzo brings to the table. But Graham is a better fit for us. Graham give us areas that was costing us games, for us closing out games at the end of the game. Man, and just that constant threat of knowing somebody trying to knock your head off behind that 3-point line.
I also say this too.
Zion, just his aggressiveness, his how he gonna aggressively look for his shot, attack his shot. I don't think nobody on our team bring that but him.
I think the thing that people make the mistake is that
Graham.
I think people make the mistake where Graham is replacing Lonzo. Graham is not replacing Lonzo. Graham is replacing Bledsoe. Like, that's the thing. If you think about how they played Lonzo Ball last year, Lonzo Ball was a 2 guard. Bledsoe was the point guard. So Graham is replacing Bledsoe, because think about it, a lot of times that if we had, let's say we kept Lonzo Ball, but we had Devonte Graham instead of Bledsoe, how many of them shots do we make, or how many of them games we win because we don't have to worry about Bledsoe not, people, like, if you watch a lot of the screenshots and look at how they was guarding Bledsoe was no threat to them. You talk about him was a scoring threat. They didn't respect him. Like, he may have been a scoring threat, but they did. But the defense,
they didn't respect him.
They did not respect him at all. And so if you had Devonte there, then you think about, like you said, he'll a killer. Like, that's the one thing I will say. Like, when they compare you're right. There's a difference between how Lonzo got his shot compared to Devonte Graham, because Devonte Graham, all he needs is a glimpse, and he gonna pull up. He gonna pull the shot. But if you want to sit there and say, if you want to say who's replacing who, Devonte replacing Bledsoe, Nickeil Alexander-Walker replacing Lonzo.
I wasn't even basing who replacing who. I was just making an appearance because I think, like I said, for the most part, man, Zion gonna handle the ball. They're gonna want Graham to handle the ball when teams decide they don't tired of looking at Zion bring the shit up court and want to pressure into Zion. And that's when they want a point guard on the floor, true point guard to handle that pressure. But for the most part, I think the ball gonna be in Zion's hands.
Okay,
all right, DJ, what's your question, bro?
So it's fourth quarter. Who you got in the game? The game is tied up. Who you got in the game, or who you got taking the final shot?
How many points are we down?
I think that situation.
It's tie game.
Tie game. It's gonna go through Zion or Bi. It's going through Zion or Bi.
First option, second option.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
And I would say the third option would probably be if he in the game, Graham or Vallis Valanciunas, depending on the situation again.
Each one.
Man, I think what we really benefit though, man, is having that third option Valanciunas give us for when Zion and Brandon Ingram hit on, sit down on the bench. We find, Valanciunas is a legitimate low post stretch. So that's why I think we really benefit. We got a third scoring option.
Okay.
What's up, Willie?
We got Willie in the stream now, fam. Willie joining us.
Willie.
What's happening, Willie? What's going on, brother?
Willie.
What's going on, Mr. Willie?
I want to know. Hey! I want to know why y'all just waste 20 minutes talking about Alonzo Ball garbage ass. That's what I want to know. Because he's garbage.
I knew somebody was gonna be garbage.
That's what I want to know. Yeah, y'all want to waste all that time talking about he ain't gonna do nothing at the Bulls. He gonna do the same thing he did at the Pelicans. Nothing.
Willie, you have to worry about that. He gone, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's really no use in talking about Lonzo, man.
Right. Let's talk about what that boy name is. The rookie from Alabama, the other rookie, number 25. We could talk about other people, man. We don't need to talk about the people that don't play for us no more.
This is the point.
I'm just sitting here listening. I wouldn't even gonna call the show. I say I'm tired of these dudes talking about Lonzo Ball and all this garbage that we just jettisoned from the team.
Is it just me or is your mic kind of laggy?
What we did to him?
He said jettison him.
We jettisoned him. We say it again.
Jettison.
It just sounds funny what he said, bro.
That's way it's coming right there.
Wait a minute, bro. Hey, what made Benson told Alonzo Ball?
You better get out of here.
There you go. Yeah. Your garbage ass out of here, man. We take anything for you, Sadarinsky. A 2-piece from Popeyes. We take anything to get rid of your ass. You know what I'm saying? And then we got like a plate from the Wing Shack for what his name is, Steven Adams and Bleeding Soul. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I like. You Bleeding Soul.
Oh no, we got Trey Murphy out that one, bro. We might have had some.
Look, I told y'all. I don't be putting too much stock into that practice, boy. But that boy Trey Murphy be hitting them shots, boy.
Man, that sounds like some Ruth Chris or something, bro. There ain't no wing snack there, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what he doing, boy. That boy be hitting them shots, boy. I like that youngster.
Yeah, he a player, man. We got a good one with him, and I like Straight Jacket Jones too, man.
Straight Jacket.
Those two guys are gonna really help the Pelicans this year. Plus, a lot of our young guys are gonna step up too.
They had an interesting article about Herb today, man, comparing him. He got a lot of comparisons to Draymond Green, man. I didn't realize how many. I was thinking the same thing. They drafted the same year. Both was college defensive players of the year. Both around the same age. He got a lot of similarities with Draymond Green, man. Be interesting to see how that play out, bro.
What you talking about?
We talking about Straight Jacket Jones, man. Herb Jones from Alabama, bro.
Yeah,
it was one of the main reasons that don't get talked about for us dominating people the way we did in the summer league for his defensive purposes. He wasn't scoring a lot, but I'll be damned, he wasn't a big help from helping people to not score.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Big difference.
You know, I got a question.
Hey, but see, hey, bro, they hate New Orleans though. You see what I'm saying? Because every time we get something good, they're always trying to start the narrative about somebody leaving and all that. As soon as somebody come down to New Orleans, they don't start that with Zion Williamson. You see what I'm saying? And I just hate that, bro. How they do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Zion can't make no money in New Orleans, but Zion could be the first black man to be the king of Rex.
I mean, but that's journalism, dog. That's how journalism works.
That's why there's a Pelican post-game report, man, because of dumbass jackasses like that. Not playing it fair, man.
Yeah. I'm talking about the media, boy. I can't stand them bastards, bro.
They want the good players in certain locations because that's where they like to go to vacation on when they covering them. So that's all that's about, bro.
Like New Orleans is a pool city, man. New Orleans is a live city, boy. If you know what to do and know where to go at, you know what I'm saying. And boy, you could eat good.
Cunningham just did it to Detroit. He shitted on Detroit with not Jalen Green did.
Yeah, that's Jalen Green.
You seen it? He said, I won't go to no Detroit. Ain't nothing up there for me to do. I'd rather be in Houston. See, I told y'all the NBA is a snobbish
He sounded like JJ, kind of salty, bro.
Well, you know how that go, but Jalen Green is gonna be a heck of a ball player, bro. You can't deny that. He gonna be cold, but the NBA is a snobbish market, bro. It's all about location, and it's all about, these young kids where they can go like have a nightlife and things like that. And like he said, what people don't understand with New Orleans and places like even Detroit, that's player city. Like you just can't be no square. You can't be no L7. You gotta know, where to move and shake it, have some movers and shakers around you to help, take you around so you don't get got. And I think a lot of them be spooked to cities like this. That's why Lonzo really didn't want to be here, because he knew what comes along with this. Because you heard Tracy McGrady said years ago, and Master P had to step in. You know what I'm saying? When he called himself shitting on New Orleans saying, no, but I don't want to go down there for no All-Star game. And Master P had to step in like, no, man, it's not like that.
He wasn't safe.
Yeah, well, it was that and
all that.
Well, the whole thing is, man, that's just a narrative. Like when you make money like them players make, man, you can live anywhere. It don't matter where you live. You're gonna have fun, be able to enjoy yourself anywhere you at when you got that type of money.
You a different tax
You ain't gonna be here during the off season anyway.
When you Zion, man, you only can do so many advertising, and them people gonna come to him. It ain't like he missing out on no money and endorsements, none of that, because them people already coming to him.
Look at Chris. Look at Chris
Paul time in the day anyway. That's just a narrative them dudes trying to push, because a lot of them from them cities, and that's they teams and stuff, so they be trying to push that. That's all that is. Before it's like, say, that is true in some cases where players like Josh Hart don't make that money. They got to go to the big city for the chance to get endorsements and stuff like that. But megastars like Zion, man, it doesn't matter what city they in. They gonna get paid because the endorsement people.
Guess he cut out, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, boy, all Zion need is nominated for a few years. They gonna come play with him. They gonna come play.
What about Giannis, man? Giannis dominated.
That's what I'm saying, boy. Giannis did it.
They had to get somebody in house though, man. I mean, I think you just gotta embrace that philosophy of building your team till you win. Then people won't play with you when you win a championship.
Giannis said after they won it and rubbed it in their face, Giannis said, "I don't need no super team. We did it,
man. That boy
without
said,
having no super
that boy
team.
say, I did it my way. I did it the hard way. I couldn't do nothing but respect that, dog. That's something. That was some grown man talk right there, bro.
Yeah,
that mean a lot. That mean a lot, bro. If you willing to,
even LeBron didn't do it like that or KD. None of them can say that. He did it the old school way, and he know they gonna salute him more than they were probably.
He gonna get more praise than them if he win another one back to back, and the way that they put their team together, man, he gonna jump some of them dudes, who did it the other way. Boy, they ain't gonna look at him the same when it's all said and done, bro.
If they win back to back and they beat the Nets,
them niggas,
bro.
I don't see it.
Hey, but look, them dudes.
It ain't impossible.
Them
the Nets
dudes
could fall apart injury wise again. Go ahead,
I don't know. If they lucky like that, yeah.
Yeah, I got a question for each
They
one.
won't pile up on the team.
Yo, each one.
And look, they won't pile up on the team, and the boy be the most toxic ass in can't play.
One.
What's up, Ken?
You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the NBA, boy. Almost anybody can win.
What's up,
Oh, my bad.
We got a new family member on the stream there, fam. Kenneth, can you hear us? Kenneth?
His thing messing up, too.
Is Kenneth messing up too?
Yeah, Kenneth.
Got that struggle net, dog.
There you go.
Struggle net.
Struggle net.
Got that Boost Mobile net, huh?
Kenneth on the CB.
That Boost Mobile net.
No, he on the CB.
He say he on the CB.
Yeah, Kenneth on the CB. You ain't hear that?
Goddamn.
He clocked out too. My dog clocked out.
He was trying to ask. He kept asking something in the chat. I'm gonna ask this question for him. Boy, he
No,
kept
he
putting
trying
in
to
there
ask
about
you
Cam
something.
Thomas. He keep asking you something about Cam Thomas.
I don't know. I gotta hear him. I don't.
What
know.
about Cam Thomas? Each one. I don't know what he.
But I'm saying I don't know what he referring to when he say that. I gotta hear.
I mean, Cam Thomas is the MVP of Summer League, so I'm guessing getting that.
But I'm trying to. What is he saying?
I want to know why. I want to know why they played us out that Summer League championship. That's what I want to know. See, that's some bullshit. What they did.
Man, what you talking about, Willie? You ain't get the memo? Najee ain't tell you we the champions. You ain't know?
I heard.
We the Summer League champions. And he told Willie that.
I think
your brother Willie agreed too. He said, "Yeah, we the champions."
I think
I agree with him.
He misinformed because they gave the other team the trophy.
We don't need that shit.
Talking about okay. I think we're
talking about you.
Shit. But you know
we
what?
The
I'm a reverse
but they're giving them the trophy. But see, that's
I'm a reverse.
But see, that's some bullshit anyway, because you gonna talk about points and shit. That ain't got nothing to do with this. If it's an extra game you need, give them the game. If you don't have enough games, set it up where you do. How you gonna end up playing a tournament and then finishing out on points? That don't make any sense. If you need
that's not really a tournament,
and then you go.
That's some bull. That's like we're gonna give all these teams a trophy for competing.
That's some bullshit.
Well, look, do you know the funny part about it?
Get the hell out of here.
That's never happened before. That's the funny part.
Yeah,
it ain't never happened before. They be making up rules and shit when it come to us. Y'all know how it go, bro.
Yeah, that's why I say they hate New Orleans. They hate New Orleans, bro. But when the same one that Super Bowl, when Sean Payton did that offside kick, boy, I'm telling you, boy, they said, what the hell he doing?
I think he's.
We wouldn't supposed to win that Super Bowl.
Oh, they got it. Yeah, they was.
All right,
they hate us.
G, you back?
They came out with a bounty and everything.
No, bro.
G, can you hear me, bro?
Back in this thing.
Shit, boy, they hate us.
G got the struggle.
Yeah, my phone.
There you go. There you go, bro. Okay.
Hey, them people don't. Hey, somebody got a clock ticking or something in the background.
Oh, Kenneth Barnes, the each one teach one. He was saying we should have drafted Cam Thomas.
No, I see what he's saying. Okay, watch this. DC, I'm
17.
Yeah, he talking about when we was talking about the draft, and I was telling you we should take Trey Murphy or Cam, and I was telling you that I think Cam is like this generation's Melo. Like he is that prolific of a scorer. And remember when I asked you, you said that you do know if Corey Kispert was there at 17, we would have took him instead of Murphy. Now, do you feel that same way, DC? Now that you see Murphy,
I might have been wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because when I looked at the history of Murphy, I found out there was a guy. I forgot who his trainer was. I actually found him on YouTube and watched a YouTube video, and he talked about how the Pelicans had been pretty much watching Trey Murphy for over a year. So they was
gonna take him at 10.
It's that Virginia connection.
Yeah. So they been looking at him, bro. I was wrong. You know, Kispert. Whenever we drafted, we was gonna take Trey Murphy. That's why we moved back. We wasn't sure if he was gonna be there. We was hoping. So I'm thinking they had another guy that they potentially would have took too. And I don't think it was Corey Kispert either. So either way, Trey Murphy, they had been looking at him for 6 months. Trey said when we came up on the clock at 17, he knew he was coming to us. So it was like we've been scouting him. So
yeah, and
that young man.
I think they were looking at Crispy too, though, because they said it was a couple on they was looking at.
They was looking at him, but I don't know how serious they would have took him over Trey. Now that the stuff came out, what I heard.
I think Murphy can be. He remind me a little bit of Clay. If you look at it, Klay Thompson with his shooting and his defense. Look at how they come down the floor. They know how to spread.
We got two Warriors, huh? You got Clay and Draymond, huh?
I was thinking yesterday, what's Trey Murray comp?
Yeah,
you know who I come up with, man? Glenn Rice.
Rashard Lewis and Clay. Between Rashard Lewis and Clay, he kind of.
I think Glenn Rice is comp.
I don't see Glenn Rice at all.
Yeah,
Glenn Rice
put that ball on the
Glenn Rice had
to me,
more
man, that's stroke
offensively, bro, than what Trey got right now. Glenn Rice coming into the league had more of a bag than Trey got.
Well, I think he got the potential. You know, I think he got the potential to bring that. I mean, to open that up. But
I think he got.
Look at his stroke. His stroke looked just like Glenn Rice.
But he plays game more like Clay. Like he know how to spread the flow like Clay and get on that wing and shoot, and he could defend like Clay.
Yeah,
but the thing that makes him
his coaching was harping on, man. His college coach was saying that people sleep on his game, saying that they just wasn't asking him to develop. You know what I mean? Develop his own shot, get his own shot, create his own shot.
He showed.
But his high school coach said he can do it.
He can improve his handles a little bit, but I can see him creating his own shot though. He ain't that weak where he can't create his own shot.
Yeah, he showed.
I like the Pippen comp. Pippen and Klay Thompson to me. Yeah. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I would say Herb more over Pippen.
Man,
Herb is the playmaker.
That's what I know.
Listen. Trey sat up there and dropped 8-9 dimes on y'all one of them damn games.
Oh no, I ain't saying he can't play, but I'm just saying for his reputation coming in.
I'm talking about his potential and remembering when Pippen came in, Pippen wasn't Pippen. You know what I'm saying? He took a while to expand his game to get to where it was. He wasn't the Scottie Pippen that we know him as. Like as soon as he came in the league.
You said Pippen wasn't Pippen?
I'm
trying to understand what you were saying. You got
his wife showed you that he wasn't pimping.
His wife definitely gonna turn into Reggie Miller, nigga.
I'm about to say that when they switched to Phil Jackson.
You heard what I said? You heard what I said? Trey Murphy gonna turn into Reggie Miller, I'm telling you.
I think he's more Clay. I think he's Clay. Clay.
I'm telling you. Boy, that ball gonna be popping threes. That's all gonna be talking about how he.
I'm not
more defense.
I know that, but he won't be talking Reggie.
That boy gonna be this in about 3 more years and find out who was right.
I'm not upset about none of them comps, to be honest with you, because I mean, if you can represent some of them, man, we ain't heading in the right direction, big time. But yeah, that's big. James, go ahead, bro. You was trying to say something.
I was just saying that he showed a little bit in the summer league that he can. I think people confuse saying that he can't put the ball on the floor. It's like he can't drive compared to I don't think he can break a dude down. That's two different situations. Like he can, if you give it to him, I think he could drive to the basket and get a layup or something like that. But I don't think he has the handles to be like, okay, I'm finna just get my own shot in a sense. So I think he had to develop that. I think that's where the Klay Thomas comparison come in, where Klay until probably like his 3rd or 4th year really was just a catch and shoot guy. Like he defended well, he defended the guard position well, and then he was just like, you go around screens, you get him a spot up shooter, and it wasn't until like his 4th year that he really became more more than a spot up shooter. But again, it's early as hell. So like you said, he went to like a reason why a lot of people felt that Trey Murphy dropped so much is not because he wasn't.
Know who he is.
Hold up. Hold up, man.
Yeah. I got a count for him.
James,
Go ahead,
just
though.
stop
My
it.
bad.
Cut his mic off, man. Boy, James, he ain't having it tonight, bro. Say
Go
the
ahead.
hell with it. The hell with it.
Let him finish, bro. You was
That's
right
all
in the
right.
middle,
Hey,
bro.
Kawhi
I promise
Leonard,
I'm gonna give everybody the floor in a minute because we about to shut up screaming a little bit.
Nah, you see Kawhi, and I don't see Kawhi.
Kawhi, you know what? You know what? He's not all the way off because I was listening to somebody say that the other day about him for real. And somebody said, but what nobody not looking at is just like you was talking about Pippen, how Pippen was good. When Kawhi came in, he was mostly a defender, known as that, but Murphy could shoot it better.
A better comp for her.
I say Pippen because, like, obviously he can shoot the three ball. You looking at the Clay comp, but I say Pippen because I think that dude could do a lot more than we even paying attention to. I think he can facilitate the offense. I think he got a 3-level type scoring type game. He can finish at the basket. He can get to the basket to finish. He don't need to just slash. You know what I'm saying? I think he can do a lot. It's just it's all need to be refined for the NBA. Like he gonna have to improve some stuff, obviously, because he's playing supreme talent now.
I about to say Trey Murphy is a lot more pure, and I'm not saying it's like he gonna be Kawhi Leonard, or better than Kawhi Leonard, but he from high school, Eric Coates has said that the one thing he could always do was score. Like he was a shooter, that was his thing. The reason why he went to Virginia was to learn how to play defense. So the difference is that like you don't get too many Kawhi Leonards where you come in and you are first-rate defender, and then all of a sudden you just become an elite offensive guy too. Like he had to work there, so it's just talent-wise, he's a lot ahead of Kawhi was on the offensive side. But I don't think that he's as good as a defender he is.
Yeah.
I think Kawhi Leonard's a lot better defensive was coming in than
I don't know.
He is.
Looking at
he a better comp for Herb. Him and Herb had the same skill set.
I think Herb is closer
to
Herb is closer to Kawhi than
Trey
Murphy.
That made more sense.
Because if you think about it, his rookie year, they put Kawhi Leonard on LeBron in the playoffs.
Like playoffs? What you mean the playoffs? That was the finals.
The final, my bad. The final, yeah.
He shut LeBron down.
He still
shut him down.
You weren't actually wrong.
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I know, but I had to add the dramatics to it. It's the finals. It's the finals.
Wait a minute. Man, hold on.
Wait a minute.
What the hell?
Say, bro, LeBron James gonna give everybody 28 and 8, bro. It don't matter who it is on it.
Everybody what?
28 and 8.
Nah, he ain't give Kawhi 28 and 8 in the playoffs. Willie, it was like 25.
Please don't make this LeBron challenge, man. Please don't make this LeBron challenge.
I'm about to say it wasn't a situation that he
man. LeBron James get it.
Man,
LeBron James get his average.
He didn't get his average against that first championship when LeBron went to his first final.
No, second one
against the Spurs.
No, not with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was the first.
Man, LeBron was a baby. He was a baby. Kawhi wasn't even on the team.
Oh, I'm tripping. It was the
Miami Heat.
Kawhi
was the Miami Heat then.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Who was on that first team then? I know it was I don't know why I was thinking Kawhi was there.
That
was Tim Duncan,
Kawhi
Parker, Tony Parker, and Ginobili.
You talking about when they beat him in Cleveland?
That boy Elliott and all that.
They beat him in Cleveland. David Robinson. Miami. Kawhi was on the Miami one. That's the one.
They swept LeBron in the final.
Right, but in that
they swept it. Man, LeBron get his average on everybody.
But he in that first championship that they ended up winning because they faced each other back to back. The Kawhi Leonard rookie year was the year that he would come off the bench and he would guard LeBron, and then whenever Kawhi Leonard would guard LeBron, his efficiency, he still averaged 30 points, but his efficiency dropped from him averaging like 50% to like 30% whenever he was guarded by Kawhi. Like there's a video actually showing him at the free throw line when LeBron James get ready to shoot the free throw, and you hear the substitution buzzer. He look back and see Kawhi Leonard come in the game. He's like, "Fuck." Like he said, he go get. Like
You make them work.
he
You
go
make them
get.
work.
So
All the stars in the league numbers was inefficient when Kawhi guarded from LeBron on down.
I don't give a
Everybody
damn
numbers
what
was
y'all. Hey,
inefficient
I
when
don't give a
Kawhi
damn. I
guarded.
don't give a damn what y'all think about
Blew
King
that.
James. Boy, nigga can't stop King James from getting his average. I don't give a fuck
They say
who they got out there. They need kryptonite for
everybody
him.
in the league was inefficient when Kawhi guarded them back then. Everybody,
Hey,
including
I don't
LeBron
care.
James.
LeBron James,
yo,
you might be right, but LeBron James still got 28 and 8 on his ass though.
Who the best?
hey,
Who the best player in the NBA?
LeBron
Oh man, don't
James.
start that. No,
Kevin
don't
Durant.
start that.
Kevin
hey,
Durant.
hey,
You know I
hey,
LeBron
said that just because I
James.
know it's just to start
LeBron
something.
James. LeBron James to buzz Mike up 1-on-1. I
All
know
right,
it.
hey.
we're not gonna do that. But DC, I
Hey,
agree.
he
But
thought, you know,
DC,
That's
I
crazy.
agree. I agree with you. Like I do like your
he
Mike
been
Pippen.
too
drinking that
small.
Kool-Aid Rich Paul and
I,
them be
I
passing up.
I do like
They
your
done gave him
Pippen.
some of that Kool-Aid.
I do like your Pippen comp though, because that game where he did 7-7-7, where it was like his shot was off. Cause remember, Pippen,
No,
even though
Najee wasn't passing them the rock
I
with
know.
his
well
old
that
Yeah,
too,
Najee clicked
that
out.
that too,
Najee
but
clicked
I
out.
just say I ain't never led the
Najee
team
was
before. I'm
sweating,
about to
nigga.
take
Najee
over.
seen them. Najee's like, this
but,
nigga might take, he might take my
Yeah.
minute.
but
He
that
gonna
Yeah,
too.
get my minute.
let James finish.
But I feel
Najee was acting like he wasn't seeing him over there. Najee had to see that dude. Kept saying, man, I was so mad, man.
I ain't gonna fake
Najee,
that. Yeah, that game I
But Nigel
was
was
like.
balling, boy.
I remember I did tweet.
Yeah,
I was like,
he was
I was,
like Butterman out for self on Sunset
Najee
Park.
said, I ain't know he was that good. So I just seen him go off like that. Najee said, not no more.
Yeah, right. That's what he did, Q.
but
That's what
yeah,
he did. I mean, G hated.
yeah, I was.
Yeah,
He
Najee
hated,
said,
man.
you, man, I love Najee, my dog, but he
Yeah,
did
but
that.
Hey,
no,
Flock
he was
Nation.
like Butterman. He was out for self on Sunset Park.
Yeah,
That's how he
we
was
seen that
doing.
nigga put up 26,
Yep,
man.
that was
Najee
a
was
wrap.
like, man, I'm the man. I'm supposed to
I'm
be
the
the one
man.
who on this
Right.
team.
So
Right.
what you were saying, James, bro?
Flock
NBA.
Nation.
Let James finish his point, family.
I was just saying that I saw a lot of, not just like, oh, he passed the ball, but I saw a lot of like, it was one where I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Kyra that was cutting in the back, and he like passed the ball and like looked away, like he had like a couple of no look passes. Where I was like, okay, because remember, Pippen was pretty much a point guard coming out of college. He was just 6'9", so they put him at the forward position. So I think for the most part he got a lot more skills than we may be aware of
Yeah,
because
he said he slept on.
because of the systems that he had been played in. But I also think that, you know, he's going to work very well with with whoever lineup he on, because of the fact that for the most part he's not going to be asked to do much but to shoot the damn ball. Like, it's just like, bro, like all we need you to do is be open or be at the spot to where Zion the BI kick it out to you and hit the shot. And I think for the most part he has to have, even coming in on this team as a rookie, the most pure shot that I've seen, like on this. Like it's stupid.
Oh,
Like
you in line.
He definitely the best shooter on the team other than
So
B.I.
what people misuse about Trey Murphy is that he got a good, he has a great IQ for the game. Trey Murphy knows how to play. You could put him in there as a rookie right now, and you wouldn't have to worry about him. That's the thing that I don't think a lot of people looking at. And remember, James, when I told you this on draft night, I said people don't see that he could put the ball on the floor. And you was like, well, if he can, then it's good. If he can't, we just want to shoot the ball. And I told you, I said, he could put that ball on the floor better than people think, because he was a guard at right. So
what about in that? Hey, what about that first game? What about that first game? That boy put that ball on the floor and made that fire ass pass under the goal. Trey Murphy, y'all seen that shit?
That's
yeah,
what
that
he
was a nice
about.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a nice line.
I about to say, me personally,
nice.
He played him. He did another one to Herb. He gave another one to Herb when he had to holler at Najee to get the ball. Remember? He whoa. I was like, man, this man is crazy.
Yeah,
Najee just hating on him.
Me personally, my favorite play from Najee wasn't even an offensive play. It was that.
Oh, you talking about when he said, I'm playing the right way?
He locked up your boy over there in that corner.
Kaminga, when he was just sitting there, because it was like not the whole, not even just when he got the ball. It was the entire possession where like it took him what, about 2 or 3 tries to actually give Kaminga the ball. Like, for one, because he was denying him, and then once he finally got it, he set his feet, and no matter what he did, like, that he was ready for. Like he didn't move, he didn't fight off his base. Like it's smart because he's slender. Like he's not like a real thick dude, but it looked like he had a strong base to the point that Kuminga could not get up off him, and it was just like, well, damn. And he really is that dude where I was sitting there thinking about like, okay, like he defensive wise because he had a couple of blocks, he had a couple of steals. That's why to me, like I said, I get what everybody's saying. Like I'm not fighting against the whole idea.
Y'all know we sitting up here talking about any goddamn summer league. Y'all know this, right?
Yeah.
But again,
but yeah, we understand that. But what he got translate to the NBA, man, shooting and defense.
No, but you
like the only
both
time dudes really struggle from college, as far as they shooting, is when they ain't really athletic and they have a problem getting their shots up over more athletic players in the NBA. He ain't gonna have that problem. He's 6'9". He's not gonna have that problem.
Yeah, but I said that shooting gonna translate.
So he's gonna translate instantly, man. Like I said, that's the only time dudes come college. They shoot might not translate or take them a little longer to translate, like Redick and stuff, because the dudes is a lot more athletic, have harder for them to learn how to get these shots. He ain't gonna have that.
Trey Murphy 6'9".
Yeah. And wait, hold up. And the caveat on top of that, he finished his He finished his college. I think he wasn't but 6'4" or something.
Yes,
and then he grew to 6'9" in college. Yeah. In high school, he was 5'8" as a freshman when he started playing.
Yeah, he grew.
So he might grow another inch.
Let's get DJ in there, bro. Let's get DJ, and he got his hand up, bro.
Hey, it's kind of getting late. We're gonna end the show by 12:35, so y'all get y'all remarks and comments, and we're gonna end the show at 12:35. 12:35. I got 3 minutes.
I'm gonna do mine in Mexican que pasa.
One more time, Willie.
I said I'm gonna do mine in Mexican que pasa.
Que pasa?
Talking about Willie.
Yeah, you know what the fuck that mean? What's up? That mean what's up?
Hey, yo, James.
What you talking about, Willie? That's stupid, DC.
Hey, yo, James.
Nothing, man. I'm out here in Florida around all these gualas, bro. So nigga got to get up on this Espanol. That's all I'm talking about, man.
What's up, DJ?
You know?
Hey, I saw you sub. I'll go live either tomorrow evening or sometime tomorrow. So just put your notifications on, and we'll talk. Well, we'll recap tonight, and plus at the most stuff. So just keep your eye out.
All right, I tried because I ain't gonna fake. I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, bro, the way my schedule be going, bro, like I be so busy. Like tonight, Friday usually be on the night. I get a chance to hop on to the most part. So that's why I just be listening for the other week. But I try to I have my notifications on.
But yeah,
I got a question.
We about to shut it down, bro. Go ahead,
bro. Y'all think the Pelican gonna trade for somebody else?
Yes.
At some point, maybe by at least to the trade deadline, they will. I don't think it's gonna be soon, but I think between now and the trade deadline, they're gonna make another move.
Hey, but who you think they're gonna try to go after though?
You really gonna start this again, Willie? You opening up a can of worms. We're trying to end the show.
Willie, you gotta remind the show about an hour and a half, bro. You get your answer.
Yeah. We got about an hour straight worth of that talk.
Hey, I can't help it because I got a job and I came home off my job and seeing y'all online, man. Man, them white folks pay me a lot of money to do what I do. Nothing. I do nothing at work. I'm telling you. I said, but them white folks pay me a lot of money to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
He definitely swayed.
I love it out there, boy. I love it in Florida, boy. These white folks pay a nigga a lot of money.
You got your job tomorrow.
Hey, hold on, Willie. You from Florida?
Fuck no, man. Hell no, nigga. I'm from the booth. Oh, you lost your mind? Talking about I'm from Florida.
You just said from Florida, so I'm thinking you from Florida.
No, I just live in Florida. I'm from the booth, man. You know,
Oh man, you
504
disrespect the Florida folk, bro.
I don't care. They ain't gonna mess with me.
God damn it, I'm Florida born and raised, dog. What's up?
Boy, I'm telling you something. Florida so good. Florida so good. I worked through the whole pandemic. Hey, look, I ain't getting now unemployment check.
Jaleel said you disrespected the Florida folk, man. What's up?
No, bro.
Willie said they ain't gonna do nothing. Jaleel said, hold up. Hold the hell up. Oh, y'all funny, man.
You know, as New Orleans, man, you know, we think the world stopped making gangsters after us.
Man, lie.
No, not what I heard.
You know that's how we feel. They stopped making gangsters after us.
All I can tell you is if you ask DC, bro, he know about them shotters.
There he go.
Yeah, he know. He
Just
knows.
Straight out left field. There you go. We in the USA. Then you go trying to go intercontinental.
Shotters.
But I didn't shoot the deputy.
Hey,
you gonna tell him about them shotters?
Yeah.
I will say one thing. We didn't get a chance to jump on there. We're gonna head up out of here. I'm gonna head up out of here. I love the one thing that I loved the most from watching Summer League was the overall atmosphere that Willie Green brought to the team. Like that's the thing. Like if you watch the team, like from every player, no matter who it was, they was either crunk excited on the sideline cheering their teammates on, and obviously they bought into what it hell. Think about what Najee Marshall was saying at the last press conference before they dipped off about how much he loved playing for Willie Green. We haven't had a player at any point talk about a coach that we've had to that level at any point. Like nobody said that about Anthony Davis, Alvin Gentry. Nobody said that about Stan Van Gundy. Hell, I don't remember nobody even saying that about Money Williams when he was here. But like the way they're glowing. So the one thing I will say when it comes to that is that because of how Najee came out so hard for Willie Green, that if there's something off, then I'm looking at B.I. and Zion because everybody else bought in. Why haven't you bought in? Like, what's up? So, like, and I'm a B.I. and Zion fan. I believe Zion. I don't think we're gonna have no issue.
You had a problem with B.I.
I don't think. Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't think Zion really had too much of a problem with Stan last year. I think Zion he wants to be coast hard no matter what, and that's the thing. So I don't expect anything wrong. But my thing is that they put the ball is now in their court to the point where you should, because of how everybody else is reacting, because you got Najee, because you got Trey Murphy, all these dudes speak highly of Willie Green. Now that once this trip, we're gonna have a full training camp. This is the first time we'll have a full training camp, a true training camp. Since in about 2 years, so we'll be able to do this stuff. So I'm looking at Zion and B.I. Like if we playing our first 5-10 games and B.I. still looking lackluster on defense, hey bro, what the fuck you doing? Like what's up?
Hey,
there ain't
it
no
goes
excuse.
back to what I said, James. The stars gotta step up.
Q, I got something to say, Q.
All right, Willie.
Hey, look what that nigga's name is, the coach. Look what his name. Look what his first name is, man.
Willie Green.
You didn't know that,
Willie? Yeah, I knew that.
Come on, Q. You got to know where he's going, bro. He done this already. You know where it's going, bro.
Hold on. Boy, that boy name is Willie. You know he gonna do something great. I'm telling you. His name Willie.
The opposite of Willie is what?
Hey,
his name ain't Lamar. I tell you that much. It's Willie.
So the opposite of Willie is Lamar?
Yeah.
Stan Van Gundy.
No, hell no. But don't put that man name nowhere around my name.
What about Lamar Jackson, Willie?
He hates
Lamar Jackson is hot garbage.
Thank you.
He was the MVP.
Damn.
Hot garbage. And if he's starting from running, you can beat it.
They went to the playoffs every year since the man played quarterback. They was irrelevant for him.
Can't throw outside the numbers. Tell him to throw outside them numbers and see how good he is.
What receiver you got that run routes and catch outside the numbers?
Cut it out.
There you go.
You ain't gonna win that
There
conversation
you go.
with
They got
him, man.
somebody that agree with me
Who the
now.
quarterback
There you go. Tell him throw it outside.
Nah, you ain't gonna.
Yo, what's going on with y'all
What's
fellas,
up?
man? Big Jew in this motherfucker, man. What's good
What's
with y'all?
up, Jew?
Man,
What's
Jew,
happening, bro?
You showed up late, big brother, but what's
Yeah,
up?
my bad, bro. I was in another person's stream and we was doing something, so my bad about that, bro. But how y'all doing tonight, man?
Good, bro.
Good, man.
So,
Glad to have you, brother.
Yeah, man. It looks like the Pelicans are in a good
Hey,
place.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
we talking about?
Yes, sir. What
Hey,
you
we
say?
talk about the coach's name. His name Willie, like mine.
Willie, we not talking
You know?
about that.
Hey, man. Hey, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't. Hey, I understand that
This
Willie Green has done pretty well, you know, coaching the summer league team. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think y'all should get too hype about it. You feel me? Because we've had some decent coaches. Alvin Gentry wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Stan Van Gundy was pretty bad.
Man, Stan Van Gundy was horrible, man.
No, yeah,
what you been watching?
No. Stan Van Gundy was horrible. Yeah, for sure. But
Stan
Gentry
Van
wasn't
Gundy
that
lost
bad.
the team from the
Hold
first
on,
week, man.
Come on, fam. Show some hospitality, man. Just came in here.
I'm not talking about Stan Van, man.
Average just staying
Hey,
on the sideline.
chill, man. I'm not talking about Stan Van Gundy, bro. He was pretty shitty.
We talking about
Let me
Average
finish.
Gentry's broke ass.
Gentry wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Monty Williams wasn't that bad. I'm
He
just
was
saying.
drunk.
All I'm saying is we need to get a bigger sample size from Willie Green and see if he can get Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson to buy in. If he can get those guys to buy in and actually fucking play defense, the team will be good. You know what I'm saying? But it's to be determined, bro. We can't go off of 4 or 5 summer league games. That's all I'm saying. So
you don't think it's
keep your balls in your hands.
You're right.
For me, man, the only thing I think Willie got to do, man, is let the players earn their minutes. Let they earn their playing time. Everybody earn their minutes, and we'll be all right. That's what Stan Van Gundy lost the team.
You're right.
Last year, going in the door. He ain't let nobody had to earn their minutes. Them dudes sit down there, man, and watch them dudes play and never even had a chance. You know, as basketball players, the only thing you want to do is the opportunity. He never gave nobody on our bench an opportunity. He went in the season already with the mindset that Hart, Reddick, and Nico was gonna get the minutes. And when Nico and Reddick flamed out, he went all hard.
For sure.
He had Hart playing power forward, man. That shit was just ridiculous.
Right.
You know, my bad, but that was ridiculous. So I can imagine, you know, them dudes on the league power forward, all them dudes sitting on the bench, like, you know, want their opportunity.
Right.
Feel disrespected that Hart was in there, you know what I'm saying, playing their position, undersized, and they ain't even got an opportunity. And I think as a basketball player, all them dudes just want an opportunity, like say, to earn their minutes.
Hey, yo,
now,
G.
for me, that's why I think he lost the team, man.
Yo, G, I got a question for you.
All right,
come on.
Hey, G, I got a question for you, bro. Oh shit, I forgot I was gonna ask you. Fuck it, never mind. I forgot.
I was gonna say one last thing.
I tell you something about the opportunity that old ball talking about. Man, this is America. Just because you the best man for the job don't mean you're gonna get the job. Y'all know how it is in America.
No, I'm talking about for playing time. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think Willie Green don't have to be no Hall of Fame great coach, man. He just have to. Only thing he got to do is not get in the way. That's it.
It's always politics, bro.
I remember my question, bro. Can I ask this question right quick for y'all? Last year with Stan Van Gundy, do y'all give some of the blame to David Griffin with how he constructed the team? Because I never thought we should have got Eric Bledsoe. Before I put the blame on Stan Van, I've always kind of put it on David Griffin because he never should have traded for Bledsoe. We never should have got Adams. We should have added shooting around.
Hold up, I want to tell you one thing.
You can't have a lineup of Bledsoe, Zion, Ingram, and Adams, dude. That's no shooting on the court whatsoever. Of course,
Bledsoe was Stan Van Gundy's man, though, bro.
Defense.
Stan Van Gundy wanted Bledsoe. I covered that and I beat it into the ground. He wanted Bledsoe before he ever came here. So that was on him, bro.
I think you know that's the GM giving the coach what he said he needs to be successful. What he wants for
Bledsoe
is bad, bro.
Hold on, family.
Bledsoe doesn't even go with Lonzo, bro. You should have kept Drew first of all. You should have never traded Drew. You should have kept Drew.
Man, Lonzo ball.
Wait, hold on.
You should
Listen,
have kept
hold on.
Drew.
Stop.
He was
Hold
the
on,
best
stop.
fit. You can't
Juju,
have
wait,
Bledsoe
hold
and
on.
Lonzo.
Juju,
That's not a good fit.
Drew said he didn't want
Man,
to be
stop
here.
calling that man Lonzo.
Bro, it
That
doesn't
man
matter
name
if you
is
don't,
Lonzo
bro. It doesn't matter
on,
if
wait.
you have you have a player that doesn't want to be here, but that's valuable to the franchise, bro. You're gonna try to keep that player, bro. It doesn't fucking matter.
But again, hold on. My thing, okay, if you sit there and you look, and I'm gonna keep it short because I know we trying to get up out of here. But if you look at the way, again, I know a lot of people hate the thought process, but if you look at how the Pelicans wasn't finna go nowhere no time soon. Drew Holiday
I
wanted to
don't
go
know
4-2.
about that, bro.
Hold on. Yes, you do know because we had him
Zion?
last year. Listen, we had him last year, the
Zion
first
was
year.
injured, bro.
Bro,
We
okay,
didn't have our bit. We weren't healthy, bro.
I understand it, but that's all Drew Holiday needed to see for him to say he don't want to be here no more. So you sit there like you
That's
trade
not a
him.
fair opportunity,
Hold on,
though, bro.
let me
Because
finish, bro.
their best
Let
player,
me
Zion,
finish,
only played like 20 games.
brother. Let me finish. What I'm saying is that Drew Holiday already said that he didn't want to be here. I understand that he didn't give it a fair shot. It don't matter. Drew Holiday been here 7, 8 years, damn near, and he said he tired of fighting for an AC. He wanted to go somewhere. Then also
That's fair.
we traded him at his highest peak because a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you what's funny. A lot of people didn't think we were gonna get what we got for Drew Holiday. We ended up getting a lot for Drew Holiday, and the only reason why we got Bledsoe is because we had to make the salaries work. Like he had the only. Now a lot of people could argue that we should have got
DiVincenzo.
whatever. You can have that argument, whatever. That's I completely understand it, but Bledsoe would have had to be part of it because of Drew Holiday $27 million that he was making, plus his $18 million. That the other deal would have been okay. Instead of us taking on Hill, we would have gotten DiVincenzo, and then we would have figured out other stuff. Another thing is too, a lot of people forget when we got Eric Bledsoe. As much as people the one knock against Eric Bledsoe wasn't his regular season. It was what he was going to do in the playoffs. And everybody was saying, okay, he's going to give you at least 75% of what Drew Holiday gave you. That's all they can say. Because if you look at because if you look at their numbers, hold on, I understand, but listen, it's 2020 vision now because we saw what happened. But what I'm saying is at the time,
I know I didn't say that. Bledsoe always has been, Bledsoe has always been overrated.
Let me finish. The complaint was in the playoffs, he disappeared. In the regular season, he was good enough. We wouldn't make it. Look, we would sit there and say we'll worry about the playoffs when we get to the playoffs. As long as he give us some of what Drew Holiday gave us during the regular season, we should be fine. Because if you look at their shooting percentages, they weren't far off. The averages weren't far off.
Bro, he's not as good as a player as Drew Holiday. That was easy though. Drew Holiday was a 3-time All-Star before we even thought about getting Eric Bledsoe.
He was a one-time
All-Star.
He was a one-time All-Star.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But still, that's still way better than anything Eric Bledsoe ever accomplished.
I understand. We understand it because we watched Drew Holiday. But what I'm saying is that the perception is that we wouldn't because again, the way the shooting was, it didn't look like we were going to lose that much shooting as we did because if you look at the team, we lost Frank Jackson. We lost who else? E'Twaun Moore, and a lot of those guys didn't really get too much time. The biggest guy that we was getting a lot of our scoring output from that we lost was Drew. So it was just like, okay, well, guess what we expect? We expect that Zion and BI is going to pick that up. I understand, but again, we didn't really play defense that year, so it really didn't lose.
Bro, what are you talking about? We're not, bro. Drew Holiday is one of the best. How are we not losing anything?
Listen, what I'm saying. Listen, hold on. You're confusing what I'm saying. I'm not saying Drew Holiday. I'm saying that our defense with Drew Holiday was last.
But that was mostly because of coaching. That wasn't because of Drew Holiday. That was because of coaching, bro. They had
I think Drew Holiday is a great player, but it was proven it wasn't working with us.
All I'm saying, bro, we could have
it wasn't translating into win. Everything Drew Holiday was, man, as good a player he was, it wasn't translating into win. To me, that move went bad when we kept Bledsoe instead of keeping Greg Hill. I think that would have worked out way better. I thought we was gonna keep Greg Hill top me just for the contract and the fact that he brought shooting. I was shocked when we kept Bledsoe.
But George Hill said he didn't want to be here.
That's right.
Bro, we didn't have to get George Hill. There was other deals, bro. It's not like that was the only deal. We could have traded him to Miami for Duncan Robinson, bro, and that would have been way better for the team.
We could have traded him for Duncan Robinson.
Yes, we could have traded him. It was packages for Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm thinking
for sure. Wait, you telling me that they were gonna trade Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero for Drew Holiday?
Yes, they were willing for that.
They were high on Hero. They were high on Hero.
That's the package. The Nets package was the only.
Yeah, they wasn't gonna trade Hero, man. Miami was high on Hero then. They wasn't gonna move Hero.
Well, that's what I'm saying because they weren't gonna trade him for James Harden, but they're gonna trade him for Drew Holiday. That don't make sense.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying,
wasn't
but
gonna
we
trade
could
him.
have
They
traded him
were
to the
hiring him.
Nuggets too, bro. It was a package to where we could have got like Monte Morris and another guy, bro.
No,
Instead
they
of
was
getting
trying to give us your
Nah,
boy,
Eric
that was
the
Bledsoe.
trash,
guard.
man. They was trying to give us
That's better than Eric
Harris.
Bledsoe.
They
To
was
me,
trying to give
man,
us
like I
Harris.
said,
Harris.
Gary Harris and Monte
That would have,
Morris
man.
is better
That
than
would have been
Bledsoe,
just as
bro.
bad, bro. That
Yep,
would have been
that's
to
the
me,
train
point.
wreck
Ain't nothing
just as
worse than
bad.
Bledsoe, bro.
But I
Come
to
think,
on,
me,
bro.
I think, like I said, to
You
me,
forget
that would have
about
been
the
a great
5 picks we
trade.
got,
We would
man.
have kept
Well,
Greg
exactly,
Hill
DC.
4
and wouldn't
after
have
we
gave
gave
Adam
one of
Picks
them.
are
Pelton.
overrated, bro. Picks are overrated. Unless
No,
you're
they're
drafting
not.
somebody that's
No,
really good.
but here's the part that you're
The Packers those
but the
picks if
part
you
that
need
you're
them.
Picks are
misunderstanding.
very overrated, bro.
They're not. They may be
No, they're
overrated
not.
to you, but they may be overrated to you.
Nah,
But
that's
for
an asset.
GMs, they're not over. They rather have the picks than the player. That's where
Yeah,
they
the
You
get
picks
the
gotta
is the
hit.
picks.
most
You
valuable
gotta hit on the
commodity
pick though.
But
in
you
the
know,
NBA.
Unless you're gonna. So are you saying they're gonna trade all those picks?
but
Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
Yeah,
yes,
that's
Okay.
yes,
exactly
Picks
what's
is
gonna
the
happen.
most valuable commodity in the NBA.
yes,
Yep.
You know why?
but
Because that's cheap labor.
But I'm saying,
exactly.
who are you gonna attach
That's
to that
cheap
trade?
production.
You're gonna have to attach somebody like Brandon Ingram. I mean,
No,
you're
you're
not
not.
just.
No,
I
No,
mean,
you're
you're just
not.
you're just picks are not gonna get you anything in the
Yes, it
NBA now.
can.
That's
Yes, it
good.
can.
It all depends on the situation of the team, and
Exactly.
it's the most valuable commodity, man. Because like if you got a team and you got two players who eating up all your cap, you need picks because you need cheap labor. You need
Exactly.
cheap people who gonna come in there and play, give you production on a cheap contract.
But for them to give you production, you have to hit on the pick. You can't just draft bust, bro.
But no.
That's
But
my
you,
point.
but here's the thing that you don't understand.
But that's what you
You
get
as the
paid for.
hold on,
You gotta believe
hold
you
on,
can.
hold on. You as the Pelicans, I'm finna hop out. You as the Pelicans ain't got to hit on shit, but the ones you kept. The one you got the team that you trade them to got to worry about the fucking what they hit on. Because look at OKC. OKC, that's all they doing is getting
Right.
picks. They got 30-something picks. They can't keep all them people. They going to have to trade them. They did that so they can make the moves. That's the same thing with Pelicans. Because here's the thing. This is the reason why I do love what the Pelicans ended up doing this year. They traded back and were able to get this. This should be based off the plan. If it
No, you
works,
didn't. Stop lying, James. You said you should have took Brogdon. That's what you
what?
said. You didn't love
Okay,
what they
no.
did.
Trey, but you know
You're a
when I came on,
bold-faced liar.
hold on, each one teach one. When I came on here, now you talk about bold face lie. When I came up on here,
All
and
right,
you asked
hello.
me how I felt about it. I said that I love the pick.
Hello.
Did I not say that?
No, you said that,
No.
you said that, but
I said
your initial
Hold on.
reaction, you said they were gonna trade the pick for Malcolm Brogdon.
I
Go,
said
That's what you
I
said.
said that's
go
what
ahead,
that's
James.
So
Finish
yeah,
up
I
the
do
thought, bro.
remember
We're
all
that.
right.
gonna
I'm
end the
gonna finish.
stream. We're gonna
I
He
finish.
also
We're
got
gonna
you
end the
there,
stream.
James.
hold on.
That is true on
But I
that,
also
James.
I
Go
said
ahead,
that, but I
finish your
said that
thought. We're
also.
gonna end out
My
after
other
James.
thought process too was I said that I felt that what they may end up doing too is they may trade another pick and keep this year's pick. So because this may be the last lottery pick that they may have opportunity to get a true player. That's what I also said, and so that's why I said,
Bro,
okay,
they're
you know
not
what?
gonna get a
I
true
like.
player with just picks though,
Oh
bro.
my
Like that's the
God,
point.
bro. Yes, you can. Because what
You're
I'm
going
trying
to
to
have
sit there
to
and tell you,
attach something valuable. What are you going to
no,
attach, bro?
bro. Okay, you talk about they had to test something like what I'm sitting there trying to tell
A
you is that
player. You have to do
let
something
me
proven, not
finish.
just picks.
Let me
Okay,
finish.
I'm sorry.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is that nobody's sitting there saying go out there and get a superstar. You have your two superstars. What I'm saying is that if there's a team out there that is want to say, you know what, we're gonna free up cash, because at some point there's going to be teams out there that's trying to tank. That got players on that they don't want to pay, and they're not necessarily superstars, but they may be role players. That guess what? You know what? I'd rather give you this first round pick for this role player that I know can give us at least 15 points a game than to sit there and draft.
But that's not getting you anywhere though, bro. Y'all going to be in the same spot.
Listen,
You're not going to get to the Western Conference Finals by getting up on role players.
Okay, you keep saying
For
that.
example, if
Juju, the Bucks gave up.
DC.
Gave up Eric Bledsoe and a bunch of picks and got Drew Holiday and won the championship.
There you go.
But that's the thing, though. That was a horrible trade. That's the point. They fleeced y'all. They fleeced us.
No, they didn't.
We got Eric Bledsoe, bro. They fleeced us. They finessed the fuck out of us.
We got 3 first-round picks and 2 picks.
You know what they did right after they traded for him? They signed him to an extension,
honestly,
bro. That was not a great trade, bro. They finessed us, bro.
It wasn't like, hold on, wait, let me finish. It wasn't like it was first-round draft picks the next year or so. These draft picks are 2026, 2027, 2028.
That was a great trade.
How is that a great trade? You're getting Eric Bledsoe. Stop saying that, bro.
Who wasn't playing like all of that?
You only
played in the
saying that
playoffs.
because Eric
The best
Bledsoe
player we got in that
underperformed,
trade is
though.
Eric Bledsoe. We could have
Because
traded
Eric
Holiday.
Bledsoe, that's hindsight. Eric
He's
Bledsoe
way
just
better than
underperformed.
Eric
That
Bledsoe,
happens
bro.
in the NBA, man. That happens.
Come on, man.
But
That's
the trade,
horrible.
in principle, it was a great trade, man.
You keep saying that. I do not believe that Miami was going to give up. I don't care what you say. I do not believe Miami was going to give up Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero.
What if we just got Tyler Hero though? What if it was just Drew Holiday for Tyler Hero and picks, bro? It would have been better than fucking Eric Bledsoe, bro. We can agree on that.
A lot for Drew Holiday, though.
But my thing is Miami didn't have the picks compared to
for me.
Let me ask
Juju. For me, removing the players out the trade altogether, I think them picks, that was a good trade for Drew Holiday. For where we at, the Pelicans at right now.
Before that Brooklyn game,
who did we draft with those
that
picks?
Same way about Drew Holiday.
You said the Brooklyn trade
because Drew wasn't playing that well when he was playing Brooklyn.
The
Brooklyn
trade that got them all three of their all-stars, right? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I'm saying would you felt that way if Kevin Durant hits that shot and you looking at it from right where it is right now, Drew wasn't playing that well in the playoffs. Drew started playing well in the
playoffs. What?
No, when Drew got to the championship, that's when he started playing well.
He wasn't playing well on the offensive side of the ball.
Do you understand what happened in the Eastern Conference Finals? Giannis was not hitting his free throws. You understand who had to handle the ball in the fourth quarter because of that?
Chris
it was
Middleton.
Drew Holiday. It was
Chris Middleton was handling.
It was Chris Middleton, but Drew Holiday also had a responsibility.
They had me.
They don't have that championship without Drew Holiday.
Did y'all
right? Thank you. They don't have that championship without Drew. Come on, man.
They don't get that championship without Drew Holiday.
Fam, we're gonna have to leave it on that, fam. We're gonna have to come back a little later on.
Gonna have to agree to disagree.
Disagree because y'all guys, y'all are very passionate.
Yeah, this could go on till 6 a.m, right?
Yeah, this could definitely go on for up until 2:00 in the morning. We've done this before now. Trust me, we know.
Well, y'all can leave and come back now.
It was still going on at 2 a.m. That's why I said 6.
We got to cut this off.
I just can't take the fact that they can say the best trade we got for Drew was Eric fucking Bledsoe. How can you say we won with that? Just because we got a bunch of numbers, bro. We got a whole bunch of numbers for fucking Drew Holiday. A bunch of numbers, bro. Like what? We got a lottery ticket for Drew Holiday. Like
you only had one better other package on the table, and that was the Nets with Jared Allen.
DC, you're not
helping. Traded him to three other places.
I just gotta throw it out there. I'm trying to help the man get his mind right so we get off of here. Because
that won't happen. It's gonna be another hour.
All right, fellas. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Juju, pop up again. Juju, when we
yeah, that's what I was finna say. Can I shout myself out right quick, bro? I'm trying to start on my channel and shit like that. Y'all subscribe to my channel at Juju Knows Hoops. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with all types of basketball content. You know what I'm saying? Live streaming, whatever y'all want to fuck with. I'm coming with all type of stuff. I'm gonna be back, man. I fuck with y'all, bro. Y'all have a good night, man. Appreciate
you, man.
When you go on? When you go on?
When I go home.
Yeah, like your channel when you start.
Go on.
Oh, I've already started. I dropped a couple videos. I've been hooking up with Flight Sports TV and a couple other people going live and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get my channel on the come up, bro. Appreciate
you. You gotta get them Sims up, man. My PS4 broke, and I'm holding out. I gotta get me a PS5. So until then, you my same sim, man. You gotta get them Sims back up.
They'll be rolling, bro. Coming up on this. Matter of fact, Saturday, I'm gonna run them Saturday and Sunday, bro. Cause
do some Pels too, if you don't mind. Get some Pels up there.
Yeah, that'd be good, bro.
I'll look into that, bro. That's a good idea. My son said that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, you know, cause like I said, I'm only gonna get you clicks, get you views.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. G, I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all take it like
you too. All right, each one, bro. Thank you and James and everybody. James got off. I think he was frustrated. We got sniped the man.
Willie went to ride the pocket when somewhere got off.
I think James like, you know what, the hell with this. I can't get my point.
But it wasn't me this time. He couldn't say it was.
No, come on, cut it out.
You was cutting him off. But in your defense, I'll say one thing about James. James long-winded, bro. So James,
he get right to the end of his point, and then he get cut off, and then he got to finish the point.
And he start over. He gonna start from the beginning.
No, he ain't gonna start from the beginning, but he gonna try to.
Right, he do that.
He do, bro. He started over.
He stole it. That's why G said what he said.
He loses train of thought, though, like
man,
what you saying. Like,
you
the
gotta
man
let
loses
the man
train of
finish,
thought.
though.
And
That's
then,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
You know, you gotta let him finish so he can get the point out, so we can get to it. Cause then he'll just shut down and listen like he did
But
for
he
that long
lied
ass
so
time.
much. You know, DC, didn't he say he wanted to get Malcolm Brogdon? Didn't he say that?
I was saying that, and he was saying that. Yeah,
I can't call it, the man ain't here to defend himself.
We wanted to trade the pick for Malcolm Brogdon.
Though. I just told him to his face. I'm just saying. He said, "You watch. We gonna go get Malcolm Brogdon. We gonna trade that tip pick, and we gonna get Malcolm Brogdon."
I don't remember him saying that.
Okay. I watch it.
I'm not gonna let you do him that,
bro. Q, you got the video footage, so we can go back to the video footage and pull it up so we can see. Because I remember
me and him, our train of thought as far as that was along the same line. So I remember what he was saying. He was saying we either gonna trade that pick. He was giving scenarios. The man never.
All right, so that's interesting. Hey DJ, you still on there, man?
What DJ? Oh, DJ Big.
DJ about to end out the show. Come on, DJ, you gotta close us out, bro.
Who, me? DJ? Where DJ?
DJ.
If anybody talk about your Pelicans, you tell them. And the Trey Murphy the third accent to get the flock out of here and go to flock the fleet.
Good show, fellas. Good show. He said the Trey Murphy voice. We get crazy, man.
All right, y'all. Much love to the flock. Thank y'all for joining us tonight's stream, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, hit the like button, family. Hit that like button, man. A lot of great commentary that happened tonight. The family members were very much passionate. And if you enjoyed that Pelican talk, man, you know we do this every time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
When we gonna be back, Big Q?
And make sure y'all guys share that link as well on the social media feed for the Pelicans. And then we'll be back. What today is? Friday. We're going to Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll probably be back Monday. DC, I said Monday.
I thought you said Tuesday. Now you got the Saints game on Monday.
There you go. Then Tuesday. If you knew, why you asked me then?
Just to make sure you knew.
All right, Dad. There it is. All right. So with that being said, much love to the flock, man. We'll see y'all later. Appreciate y'all.
See y'all on Tuesday,
Go
family.
Pels, and we'll be out. Much love. Peace.
Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
What's up, fam? This is Big Q from the Sports Coma. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all. The PRO Media Network is back at it again. Last year, we gave away several PS4s and games. So this year, we're raffling off a PS5. To enter for your chance to win, simply click the link below and fill out all the necessary information to be eligible. Sign up for the raffle. It's $25 to enter. You gain an opportunity to win a system, the PS5 system. Like I said, it's a one remote and everything in it that goes with the full system. These things are hard to come by. It could be yours. Into the raffle today, $25 get you in. There's also a deal when you buy more than one ticket to up your chances of winning. Jump in there. It also benefits the platform as well. So feel free to sign up for the first annual PS5 raffle from the Pro Media Network. Thank you for participating and much love. Big ups to you.